Hi. It's me. I, uh, I am wildly unprepared, for this stream. I just want you to know. I ran late today at the gym. My green screen is over there. I had enough time to wash my face and just enough time to sit down. And, it's good. It is good. Yep. I'm a winner today. So, I don't know what I'm doing. Listen, look, I'm doing my best, sort of. Whatever my best is. It's Sunday during the daytime. I am, again, wildly unprepared. I am so sorry. Listen, I'm doing my best. No, like, I was good, but today was arm day, and I got distracted doing cardio, because I was like, hey, Death, how are you? I was hardcore in the zone, and I was like, oh, this is awesome, this will be fine, this is me doing good thing, me doing a good thing. I was, in fact, not doing a good thing. I was doing a bad thing because I was running late, and now I'm desperately trying to catch up, which includes still being in my gym clothes, covered in sweat, and just real sad. Just real big sad. So, I didn't have plans yet for, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't have plans yet for this stream, if I'm being completely honest. Primarily because as I was sitting at the gym, I'm like, I could play Monster Hunter. That could be fun. And I'm like, well, I could play some more Smite. That could be fun. And then brain was like, but what about these 50 other things that you have to do? Oh, and by the way, you lost track of what weight you were actually on in the middle of this set, so good luck, fucker. And here we are. Oh, no. This is not a spontaneous stream. This is a schedule stream. This is schedule stream. That is when I'm supposed to be streaming. But now here we are. Doing our best. Really. Hey, Grim. Yeah, that was something too. So, I'm just winging it. Sometimes flow mode works. Hey, Tazito. That's okay. I mean, that's what the VODs are for, Katie. Like, you won't miss it, I promise. It's all good. What I wanted to do for this stream is to try to set up doing, the fitness style streams with, like, VR and demoing some of the VR games. But I don't have the VR headset connected at the moment. And I need to make sure that it's actually going to work okay before I do it. So if you guys will give me a little bit of time. Hey Kay, how are you? But yeah, if you guys will give me some time to set that up, I'm going to try to do some VR streams as well. I think I only have like 3 or 4 games in VR as it stands anyway. So it's going to be a little bit for me to actually get that shit together anyhow. But I thought it would be fun to start doing those. Yeah, like the VR glass. Yeah, I think there's one. Aw, thanks. Fuck yeah, Grim. For everybody who is not aware, Grim13 is a very talented prop and mask maker. They have an Etsy shop. If you have not seen their stuff, I will throw up their Etsy again a little bit later. But let me show you, because they're phenomenal. This, and I promise this cosplay is coming, I have to modify some of the stuff. This is one of his pieces, one of their pieces. Obviously, this is the Huntress's mask. But they casted, painted, and did this by hand. So it is phenomenal work. They put on the veil as well. but it's amazing. So if you guys are looking for some phenomenal work, Grimm has it. They do have an Etsy shop, and again, I will throw that up. So this, I promise this costume is coming. Just give me a little bit of time. Like I said, I have to finish up. The sides are also stitched, which I thought was really, really cool. It kind of gives it that real, I don't know, it's just some realism to it. I love it. But they are currently working on the Mordeo version of the Huntress that was done by Crypt TV. So you will see soon, I promise. Appreciate it. Look away. So, alright, I'm gonna give you guys the chance. Like, we can either sit and we can do kind of a hangout, or I can... it's gone. I can play... Yes, I can play a handful of stuff, or I can go get Monster Hunter. So... QVC. Oh, I guess I could be doing this while we're at it. There we go. That's better. Nice. It's this, that's the story of my fucking life, getting stuck. But realistically, I can move to Smite, but I can also move down for chats or Monster Hunter. Or play Killer. A couple people are down for chats. That's cool. I was gonna start doing Q&As on Sundays. So I found a new... I say new. I found like a soy milk, like a protein soy milk, the other day when I was at the grocery store. And I was like, fuck, I'll give it a try. Like, let's try it out, whatever. It makes my protein a milkshake consistency, and I don't know if I like it or not yet. Like, it needs to be colder. Yeah. Yeah, listen, like I said, I was late to this stream. I got stuck on the Stairmaster, and then I looked down and then I kind of forgot what time it was, and then I went, oh shit, I need to go home, I'm gonna be late. So then I safely but under the speed limit and also hastily drove home. Sammy, it is not beyond me to drink a jar of Alfredo sauce. I'm not gonna lie about it. Especially if it's Olive Garden Alfredo sauce. I'll suck that shit down through a straw. Which is funny because it's not traditional Alfredo sauce. But it's like... I mean, it's a week's worth of sodium intake in one meal, so there's that. What is Alfredo sauce? Cheese. A metric ass ton of cheese. That is what Alfredo sauce is. Really. Cheese, heavy whipping cream, salt, garlic salt, that kind of shit. Ah, hello, welcome back, Spagoot. How are you doing? I also had a handful of people wind up resharing the Bitch That Fight Bears in the Forest audio again. Which is cool, I always like seeing it. I have that thing where I wish people, or like TikTok at one point would have separated like credit audio and then credit video, and I feel like a lot of music artists miss out on credit that way too, unless it's put in the video. Hi Vengeful, how are you? It's me, your boy. Hi Hyper, how are you? But yeah, that's why I'm still sweat covered, have no makeup on, and am kind of praying to the fitness gods that this works out as a stream. Oh yeah, did you get to see that? For those of you that aren't aware, Twin Skeletons, or Skeletons_twin, aka Ellis, has a pretty fantastic mask, and they did some pretty great shit with the mask today. while I was at the gym. Oh, nice. It's not what you think, Dosick. I mean, it probably isn't what you think, but it's not for what you think. It just you'll find out. It's fine. It's fine. You'll find out. It's gonna be good. It's fine. No, listen, I'm late on the stream. I was late to my own fucking stream. No stress. It's all good. I'm just here to hang out at this point because I fucked around and found out. So, don't worry about it. It's good. Yeah, I like the pretzel on Streamlabs is a pretty useful mechanic. I really like it. You put on the chill stream thing and it's like good background music to just hang out to. I thought about doing AMAs and like the Ask Auntie kind of shit on Sundays just for fun and have you guys bring me, or like anonymously bring me questions and shit just to have like the, what was it, the old news column thing? Hey, it's a stream time! Oh my god. Oh, that last little bit's so chunky. Ah. Oh, my water bottle's empty. That's cool. That's fine. I bet! You sound like that's a cute look. Hello, Harley Quinn. You have seen me on the TikToks. I actually look more like I look on the TikToks right now than I ever do. So, you're in the right place. I feel like I should have just postponed it by 30 minutes and went and handled my shit, but at the same time, I'm really weird about time. Like, it bothers me as it stands that I was late. So now I'm like, okay, so am I late for the future, or do I make do with my time and just deal with it? So instead, here I am. Woohoo. Also, I'm pretty sure no, I had a banana for breakfast. Yeah, no, I'm missing like 2 meals. Well, actually, I had a protein shake, so I'm missing like 1.5 meals. We're working on it though. Yeah, these are pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. I love these. The perfect cell pants. What kind of fish? What fish did you have for breakfast? I feel like that counts though, because salmon, you have salmon and lox for breakfast, right? Like on a bagel or an English muffin? That's a thing. Fried fish. That's a hell of a that's a southern as fuck breakfast is what that is. That's a breakfast that my the Mississippi side of my family would have. Well, I mean, it could be a handful of things. It could have been bass or trout or halibut, catfish. I mean, there's a lot of fried fish it could have been. I guess it just depends. Then again, there's a lot of fish that I wouldn't eat for breakfast. But if I was hungry enough, maybe. Yeah. Oh, you're from Virginia. Okay. That's fair though. There's no knocking. I've got a bunch of family on the south side, so that's fair. Hey Zariad, how are you? Yeah, listen, fish bones get stuck in your teeth and then you have to spend like an hour trying to pick out the tiny pieces afterwards. Oh, ratatouille. Nice. No, that's a good reason to dance fancy. That's fair. I'm gonna accept it. Also, I'm gonna scoot over here because I just realized this thing's in the way. I guess I could move myself over. There we go. Hey, OP. How are you? Yeah, yep. Because you swallow and you don't realize that there's a fish bone in the fish you just chewed, even though you probably should have chewed better. Then you swallow, and by then it's too late, and suddenly you're with fish. That is okay. Look, that is the final destination death we're missing. The true final destination death that we are missing is somebody swallowing fish bones and just chewing and like missing them and then just having a bunch of fish bones in their throat. I feel like that's what we missed. Are we gonna go outside and play catch today? I should take you guys and do that. Ah, that could be fun. Just do like... Wow. Suddenly, I feel like that would make everybody revisit parts of their childhood, though, that they either wouldn't want or want to replace the memory of. That's it. That's the thread we're missing. We're gonna just have an entire saga of this is what I missed out on my childhood, so make it better and create new memories thing. Go outside and play catch. It would sound like a tiny xylophone in their larynx. Oh no. Playing games with fur babies. Maybe we'll try to do that for one of the streams. You're bad at eating fish. Shut up, I can do this. But oh my god, but it's like a challenge. It's like a catfish eating challenge at like one of those old those mom and pop shop restaurants that like they stop out on the side of the road and they go in and you're like, oh, this is gonna be fine. But then as they sit at the table, one of the characters looks up and goes, oh, a catfish eating contest. And you win $200 if you can eat it all? Perfect. I'm gonna be great at this. And so he starts like ordering, they get the food, he starts shoveling shit and they've got the timer running. But then like because it's Final Destination death, stuff starts to go horribly wrong. And then one of the fish like stacked towards the end right before he wins just has a bunch of bones in it, but like the real fine, sharp, thin bones. But then he's engulfing it so fast they don't think to chew. So they start swallowing and it gets stuck. That's a horrible death. I'm so mad at you. Oh, I can't unsee it. Oh, but then somebody would have to make a fish joke. Oh, he didn't finish, blah, blah, blah. Like, he passed out before he could get to it. I wonder if he does that. Or like a Southbound joke, but then, oh my god. What a death. I'm mad at myself now. Final Destination Rune was driving anywhere near a logging truck. That is embedded in people who watched that movie forever. Like, that will never leave them, I think, now. That's just... That's it. That is your entire life is thinking about that logging scene every time you get behind a truck that is a logging truck. Offhand horror. I'm just saying. As they start to... Something fishy's going on here. I'm so mad at you, Dosick. He tried to win just for the halibut. Y'all, you're so bad. Well, he fell before the fin-ish line. Y'all too much. I can't with y'all. That's it, like, I want to feel shitty because the whole point is like, oh no, somebody died, it's Final Destination, but at the same time, like, you can't not make the dad jokes. Created my fear of elevators. That's also fair. Could this be any punnier? Looks like he's in last place. Wow. I feel like Final Destination had a few different styles of deaths that made people feel that way. Like, I remember showing... I intentionally showed my mom the tanning scene because she used to go to the tanning salon all the time, and I was like, I don't know, I was feeling froggy and I wanted to freak her out a little bit, and I was like, hey mom, I got a scene for you. So I made her watch the tanning scene where the thing gets locked and they fry, and she got mad at me and wouldn't talk to me for like a week. It was worth it. Took her a while to tan again though. Oh, and then there's the swimming pool one. I got into a conversation with my tattoo artist the other day about the swimming pool where it sucks out your insides. That actually did happen, though, to be fair. What's the autumn catfish got your tongue? It's a Final Destination movie. Chances are the character would have been pretty dickish. That's also true. That is very true. Oh, hi, Yoon. Glasses. Oh, my God. The LASIK scene. No, Vaughn, that's fair. The LASIK scene's fucking horrible, too. And the problem is, it's like, that's not really how LASIK works, but the concept is still horrifying. 1,000 Ways to Die. I have seen it. It is. That show is wild. There was also the small animation that they did that was, like, basically the chances of dying of XYZ are. So, like, what was one of them? The chances of being killed by a postal worker who's gone postal is, like, 1 in a million. But they broke down all of the potential 1 in a whatever chances and odds to get killed in certain ways. Medical horror is pretty bad, but, like, medical horror I feel like is its own genre of stuff too. So, like, you have the LASIK thing, you've got the waking up during surgery, like, but, like, insane hardcore surgery. You've got the concept of waking up after you've been pronounced dead. That's a pretty fucking horrifying thing. The chances of being killed by a duck is low, but never 0. Okay, that's fair. Although I feel like geese, like, you have a higher percentage rate of being killed by geese. Geese can be mean. Okay, wait, some geese can be mean. I'm not gonna label it. Like, some geese can be mean. I've met a few mean geese in my life, but I've also met some really sweet geese that just want to lay and be sweet. But that's like one in an entire 2 sets of flocks. Waking up, not being able to move or speak or do anything. So, like, the sleep paralysis concept. Yeah, the sleep paralysis concept for sure. That is horrifying. That is some shit. Please no! In Final Destination to be some inept zookeeper getting slapped to the great beyond by a flock of penguins. Oh my god, like, he trips and he falls with, like, the bucket of fish. So, like, the penguins are all just, like, ravenous. Like, they're ready to eat. They haven't eaten. Guy goes, oh, and then slips. Feet come up. He goes backwards, hits his head. And as he hits his head, he's, like, dazed, but the fish spill all over him, and then the penguins just mob him. That shouldn't be funny. Why is that funny? Oh my god, would that work? Could penguins, like, inadvertently become carnivorous because of fish spills? I need to do more research. That's horrible. I like penguins. Look, listen, I'm not shaming penguins. I love penguins, but at the same time, that would be kind of a weird death for Final Destination, so... No, but the penguins, like, the penguins have to be protected, because it's not the penguins' fault, to be fair. Like, it's not penguins' fault. So you have to protect the penguins. That's how it works. Ed Nettie. Ed Nettie's great. We brought that up last stream, I think. I feel they would have to be starving? Or, like, maybe, oh wait, no, because it's Final Destination, maybe the inept zookeeper was an asshole and, like, didn't treat the penguins very well, so it was like a kind of a deserved death. Is that a thing? I feel like that's fair. Yeah. Maybe they had it coming, I don't know. This is Patrick. Yeah! Okay, wait, hold on. Do you guys know what a penguin's, the inside of a penguin's throat looks like? Because I'm about to bring that up. Hold on. I think I want to bring that up. Give me a second. Of a penguin's mouth. Alright, hold on. I'm getting it. Alright. This right here is the inside of a penguin's mouth. Okay? That, I mean, to be fair, like, that is a nightmare. That is nightmare fuel, to be fair. Not to mention, I feel like look at it, he's such a cute, look at the cute boy. They're so cute. Look at them go. They yell. Big yell. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's angles of it. I've seen this on Schmatch Maggins, I'm sure. Ugh. No, I'm good. I'm so good. I feel like it's like petting a cat backwards. Like it's just there's something wrong with it, but it's like sharp. Alexa, play the Saw theme. Him handsome boy. Yeah, turtles' throats too. Where are the teeth? Is that a hell pit? Be nice to the babies. They're good babies. Despacito. Snapping turtles are pretty cool. Snapping turtles, actually, you know, since we're talking about it, the inside of a snapping turtle's mouth, on the other hand, is also nightmare fuel, because this is the inside of a snapping turtle's mouth. Specifically, this is a leatherback turtle, I should clarify. So this one is a leatherback turtle. And then you've got these big boys that are the snapping turtles. So, imagine your arm. Now, think about this for a second, because snapping turtles aren't always small. Snapping turtles' mouths can be like this. Your arm can fit inside of a snapping turtle's mouth. So that thing, if it wanted to, and you were feeling, you know, kind of spicy, like, pah! You don't have an arm. That's just how it goes. It's gone. No arm. No more. I appreciate that I had, like, 15 people leave, because they're like, oh, what's this stream? Nothing you want to talk about. I promise. Yeah, they can. You guys are welcome. That's what I'm here for. Educating you. One animal at a time. That's why we don't play with snapping turtles. I believe so. I think that's what that was saying, is they are big. Talk about arm to the teeth. I'm done. I'm so done with you. Listen, I will throw, that would be great. You just lob animals, like, but the animals want to, right? So you're treating them kindly, but like the animals are like trained attack. So like you got a trained attack turtle. That's his life. Yeah, they will snap a watermelon, just crushed, done, tapped. Oh my god. Hold on, wait. This is from Sammy Crit Fiddle. He lays at the bottom of the slippy pool slide, fish adorning his paralyzed form. His eyes, the only thing on his body that moves, look up in horror as he hears the patty slap slaps and sees the hunger in their cold, adorable eyes. The end is quick and scored by their awful war cry. I'm so glad we could experience that together, honestly. Yeah, they do. Animals corrupted by the entity. That'd be some scary shit. So, listen, hold on. Okay, so with the introduction of Nemesis, since we're talking about TBD. Hi, Kate. The introduction... Please say Ara Ara. But, like, how? Like... Ara Ara. Or, like, Ara Ara. I don't know. Maybe? Is that how you do it? Ara Ara. I'm working on it. It's fine. Hi. What? Okay. Thanks! Good egg. Can I ask for a favor? Can I have, the buffalo sauce, please? Thanks. I'll tell Ellis you all said hello. But yeah, that's I stood up and missed the second ara ara. Ara ara. Like the movie The Mask? What do you... Or like JoJo The Mask. Matt. I'll get there, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're trying our best. Oh, Ellis's mask. Oh, I will tell them that. Oh, that's what I was tangenting. So, I have egg on my arm. That's gross. Anyway, with the introduction of Nemesis and Jill and Leon, there was also the introduction of zombies onto the map, which I thought was interesting because it gave you one more thing to avoid besides just the killer. So I'm wondering if that's not DBD's way of introducing a PvE element with the PvP. So I'm wondering if we're going to see some more placement of, like, different things that the entity is bringing out to cause, like, some trouble, you know? Do your research for a sleeve tattoo. Definitely find an artist that you are going to commit to, for sure. All of my tattoos are from different people, to be fair. So, like, there's a few on me that are, you know, from the same artist and a few that are not. So, like, the two on the back of my hands are two different artists. My Moro and my Forest Spirit are the same artist, unfortunately. You know, or not unfortunately, I'm sorry. They are the same artist, but then I've got, like, the ones back here that were cover-ups by another artist. You definitely want to make sure. I mean, but that's what's cool about DBD, is they have that ability to just be like, hey, like, the entity's fucking bored. This is what we're doing now. Time to ruin your entire butthole. And they could get away with it. And that would be just fucking fine. To be fair. A little penguin nemesis. I want to put it as a button or a sticker. Maybe I'll try to find a way. I don't know if I can draw little cartoon penguins. I'm not the best at drawing, like, chibi or cartoon style. But I know somebody who is. Incognoodle is very good at that. That is their shit. No, it's not hypocritical. You do what you want to do. You can like something and not, like, want to have one. So, you know, if you like facial piercings, but you personally don't want a facial piercing, that doesn't make you a hypocrite. It just means there's something about that visual aspect or that aesthetic that you enjoy that maybe you personally wouldn't want for yourself. And it's the same way with tattoos. So I don't see that being an issue. Little penguin just screeching at Jill. Like, I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you! But then a tentacle comes out of its mouth and it's over. Like, that's it. Contextual taste. I like that. Sammy's got a good vibe for that. Contextual taste. But yeah, there's some tattoos that I like on other people that I would never pull off myself. Like, my brain's like, oh yeah, that's really, really sick. I love it. But then I wouldn't tattoo it. A really good concept, Harley, is to write down the stuff that you would want. You know, make a list of, hey, this is what I would want in my sleeve tattoo. And sometimes if you find the right artist, especially if they're very, very artistic, they have the capability of being able to formulate a really nice, clean sleeve for you that's got kind of a cohesiveness to it. So, a lot of it is literally just doing research on the artist and kind of seeing what their strengths are versus what you would really like to see on yourself. One thing I would recommend to people is getting, like, and I know how it sounds, but get the temporary tattoos that last a little while and cover the body part that you want to with them, just to get you an idea on whether or not that's actually something that you would like to have on your body. Especially because I have tattoos I forget I have. Like, I just stop seeing them, and I'm not sure why. They just disappear. Hey, Pity, thank you. But I have tattoos I just visually don't see anymore, which is very strange, because they are like, all of my tattoos mean something to me. Yeah, temp tats are a great way to go about it. And you can actually do, I think there's a website that does custom temp tattoos, where you set, like, you upload the image or whatever that you're wanting, and they'll send you the sheet. So, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing that exists. Oh, thanks, Katie. I appreciate that. Oh, Remmer? Yeah, Remmer. Him good. He's a good boy. He's a lesson-y boy. Oh, that's cool, Lucky. Oh, hi, Queens. Yeah, listen. What was it? The zebra gum where you could, like, stain your tongue and shit? I remember those. I mean, it's a better quote than some of the shit that I've managed to say on stream and probably shouldn't have. Hold on to your butthole being one of the primary ones. Manhwa artist. Ooh. I'd like to see that. Ah, that's true. Hinitats are good too. That's really cool. Yes, twin. Toothy buttholes. Oh, man. Back in the days. So, Toothy Buttholes was a joke from, like, a years ago stream. Because there was a creature that we ran into in one of the indie horror games we played that literally looked like a toothy butthole. I'm pretty sure that Wellhay Productions made a shirt that had to do with toothy buttholes. I'm sure that still exists somewhere. It's probably in his shop somewhere. I'll have to ask him if he still has it. Aw, thanks, Stealthy. I appreciate it. That's cool, thank you. No, not the one where you're a cat. No, different tooth. That's a different toothy butthole. Not the same one. Different. Honestly, So, here's the thing about diet stuff, because I get that question a lot. I also get the question, since we're having like a discussionary stream about whatever, like an AMA style stream, the primary questions that I get in regards to fitness are, well, I don't want to lose the size of my chesticles, but I want a tight stomach, but I'm good with everything else. I would love to tell you that it works like that. I would love to tell you that you are not going to lose chesticle size. I would love to tell you that you can only pump iron and just get strength in your arms. That's not entirely true. At the end of the day, when you are trying to lose body fat, you can't pinpoint specific areas for fat loss. It's just not a thing. I would love to tell you that target area fat loss on a natural form is possible, but it's just not a thing. Like, that, there's surgical means where that's a thing. You know, there's, I think there's, like, the freezing fat cell thing. I don't know anything about it. Again, I'm not a certified PT or a doctor, so please keep that in mind. But targeting fat loss in a specific area is just not a thing. But consistency and time in that makes a difference. Also, with the dietary stuff, so I think people get afraid and they jump on the keto train, which it works short term for some people, and that's fantastic. I'm happy if it works for you. The problem though is that the keto train won't last a terribly long time for some people, and they do have to cycle it into their diet. I don't personally follow that, and in fact I had a really hard time because I do have some pretty nasty body dysmorphia that I have been working very hard to do better about. You know, I was over 200 pounds at one point, and it took a lot for me to get out of that really shitty mindset of things, I think. So it was a bit of a fight, for sure. But the cool thing about it is that over time, I fell into that idea of like, okay, you know, I need to break out of this habit of I can only eat 1,500 calories a day. I can only have chicken, rice, and some vegetables at this increment and this increment at this time. You know, I have to stay away from natural sugars and fruit, which, by the way, not a bad thing, and in fact can curb sweet tooth feelings a lot. So I had this really nasty spin in my head over the last couple of years, to the point where I finally went, no, I can't do this to myself anymore, because it created, you know, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it straight, but it really did create an ED that I had to wind up talking to, you know, to my psych about for a while, because I hadn't realized what I was doing until I started punishing myself for anything I was eating that was outside of that realm of food and outside of that caloric intake. I was burning over, I had over 1,000 calorie deficit a day, which for what I was doing wasn't doing anything but hurting my body because it wasn't getting what it needed. So what I started doing is I found someone who was willing to do like the online meetings, an actual nutritionist with not just a cert, but a doctor, a doctorate in nutrition. So I could start talking to them and figuring out, like, hey, how do I break this really vicious cycle of things, because it sucks, you know? And much like with the doctor I spoke to, and also with the nutritionist. That was weird. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I was good, and then the stream was like, hey, just kidding, bye, bitch, and then it disappeared. So that was very strange. What I was saying is that I think that you wind up in this weird space where you don't know what's going to be good for your body. The really long story made short, since I was on an insane tangent, was that I had to talk to a nutritionist to start getting my body right. I eat 5 times a day. I eat about 2,000 calories a day, and I literally just have to kind of target what I'm eating per meal. So, for example, if I want a pizza, I still eat pizza. But what I've discovered is that I am able to manipulate the recipe so that I can still eat pizza, but then it is still a healthy option for pizza, which is always really cool. Thanks, Toothless. So I'll use like a cauliflower crust, separate it, save half the pizza, eat the other half, put spinach on it, roasted chicken that's boneless, skinless chicken breast on it, a little bit of like goat cheese and feta and that kind of thing. But it's all about serving amounts, honestly. Hey Trap, how are you? But yeah, sorry that died. The stream died. I really don't know what the fuck happened. My bad. Oh, I forgot some of you guys are not in what is it? You guys use metric. Hey Betsu! Thank you so much! Okay, as long as we're back, we're good. Oh shit. You forgot the buffalo sauce, huh? It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You didn't come back for like 20 minutes and I'm like...
I got detoured like 6 times.
It's alright.
Lacey thrown up and then I went to check waters and I just forgot. Sorry.
She okay?
She's fine. She just shouldn't have eaten wet dog food. Fucking dummy.
Silly dog. It's fine, the stream dropped out for a minute. Like, just completely disconnected.
Well, fuck you too then.
I guess. Well, my whole internet system went down. So the internet completely... Huh?
It's shitty today.
Has it been shitty? That's weird. I wonder what's going on.
Well, the fire is still burning.
Oh, well,
They're letting it open burn until it gets closer to terrain where they can control it. Like, it's contained, but they're letting it hit through all the dry shit until it gets to level terrain where they can stop it.
So it'll start to wet out.
Yeah.
Also, everybody wants to say hello. Katie also says amazing mask.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, Trap. I hope that the next week kind of gets a little bit better and at least vibes a little bit better for you. I'm doing okay. Yeah, we're back. We're back. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened with that disconnect. Yeah. I did that with coffee. So like everybody's got the Starbucks addiction, or you know, whatever coffee thing people are addicted to at the time. It's like the coffee drink of the week kind of deal. I can't drink Starbucks drinks anymore. Well, that's not true. I can take like 3 sips, but it does not matter what I get. I just drives me nuts. Intermittent fasting. Yep, intermittent fasting can work pretty well for people. That's so to clarify, because I know some of you aren't really going to know what intermittent fasting is. Basically, it's eating in time periods. So, for example, you only have, I think it fluctuates. So, like, there's a 12 hours on of eating time period, or 8 hours on of time eating period, and then X amount off. It just depends on what you're doing. That's awesome, Harley. Listen, drinking soda, like quitting drinking soda is a bitch.
Yep.
No, it's an egg. Egg.
I gave her an egg in this trying time.
Ellis gave me an egg. Hey, Rick, how are you? Oh, thanks, KH. I appreciate that. I really should get my certification, and I know that. And it's something that I've been thinking about. It's just like, I would feel better about offering advice if I actually had the certification to say, hey, like, here's this nifty little paper that says I can tell you what to do. I think it's bullshit I have to have that, especially because I have been doing this as long as I have, and I feel like fitness is a consistent learning thing regardless of a piece of paper or regardless of that. Unless you are literally a doctor or you are going for, like, a doctorate nutrition or, you know, a degree in something that is body science or nutrition related, I feel like a lot of it is literally doing it and kind of discovering things as you go along as well, on top of talking to other folks from different positions, because no two bodies are ever the same. Oh, yeah, we started doing that here too. There's a local place here in the town I live in that opened up, and they have drinks kind of like Starbucks, but it's a mom and pop shop. They're really, really good. I appreciate them. Yeah! My All Might. Detoxed from Coke. Holy fuck, 1.5 liters a day.
Oh,
Wow. I'm not knocking you for that, by the way, to clarify, Zariad. Like, that is insane.
How much Mountain Dew I was drinking.
Yeah, Ellis, no, that's literally where I was about to go, is Ellis used to drink that much, but it was Mountain Dew.
Which is pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But Ellis had a really hard time with soda, and still kind of does. They struggle with soda pretty bad. They were off of soda, and then they started drinking it again, and here we are.
I have downgraded from Mountain Dew to Sprite, which is the worst evil to a
Downgraded?
evil. Yeah.
It's still soda.
It's still soda, but if you look at the sugar
It's
in
not gonna
Mountain Dew
rust your-
versus the sugar in Sprite, there's 8 times more sugar in
I
Mountain
was
Dew.
gonna say, it's not gonna
than
eat the
Sprite.
rust off of the inside of your stomach lining.
No, not that's Coca-Cola.
All the same. That's fair. Can't use the title and charge. No, that's fair. Well, that's not entirely true either, because there's a bunch of fitness trainers online that don't have dick for a certification but will still charge for services just to tell people to pick up heavy stuff, put it back down, and only eat chicken and rice.
You mean like that one guy?
I'm not naming names.
That's why I said that one guy.
Which I think is really shitty, because then it creates a really nasty internal monologue for people. I speak from personal experience, because that's what roped me into that nasty idea system. Oh, hey! Of course, Skin. I'm so happy that you got into My Hero for that. It's awesome. It is really awesome.
I'm gonna go
I like it a
start
lot.
jarring my stuff, okay? I'll be back.
You're what?
I'm gonna go start putting my shit in the jars. I'll be back. I've got
Please
stuff.
don't put that in jars.
I mean, that'd make for some really, really good nasty madness.
Shut up! Gross! I didn't even start anything! You said it as you left! I can't hear you anymore. Ginger ale's not as bad. I feel like ginger ale is something, at the very least. I'm really surprised that there's so many characters in My Hero, though I feel like it's hard to give them all their appropriate airtime. Oh, yay. I mean, obviously I love Hawks with my entire existence and being. One of these days, just saying, is going to release the Hawks clothing I have been begging them to release for like 6 months. I swear to God it's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep bothering them until they do. They released a Dobby mask. So I'm hoping that we're gonna see some of that too. Hi, Potato. Oh shit, I think I ordered one of those too. I think I should be getting one of those. I ordered one of the Hawks figures, but it was a pre-order, and now I'm like, wait a minute, where did that order go? I should probably check. It's fine. I did Femme Hawks. I need to actually do the full outfit. I have the outfit, both in Femme and also in the male version. I just haven't done them yet, like, fully. I think I might make that one of the shoots I do in the next 2 months. Yeah, like official in the true outfit Femhawks. I did like a formal Femhawks just to give it a try because I wanted to wear those wings on a really pretty dress. Because you know. But I will be doing the full outfit too. I do need to finish up sewing some fur onto the jacket because there's not enough. He's got like that white fur lining. There's not enough on the jacket that I got. So I have to adjust that, fix up a few things, make sure that the pants are going to fit right. I may change the female version so that the shorts or the pants are shorts instead. But I don't know. I'll see how it works. I might do a slight redesign because I really like the boots concept, but I feel like Femhawks would have like knee-high boots and shorts instead. But maybe that's just a personal thing for me. I've been asked to do Valmet a lot. Valmet and Chica. The band Presto. Maybe, is that the same one? Fuck, I don't know. I feel dumb now. I need to check. Yeah, I agree. I think that's very well going to be the case. I love Twice with all my being. I won't have spoilers or anything about like BNHA or MHA here, just because I know some people aren't caught up. The manga readers, of course, already know everything that's going on because we're like leagues ahead. But the anime folks, I don't want to ruin anything for them. There's Twice's centric episode. There's a lot of other information down the pipeline coming too. So it should be interesting. Did they confirm that Yorming was set in the same as Black Lagoon? I didn't know that. Twice is amazing. Like, Twice is the MHA version of Deadpool, but also, like, anti-Deadpool, but not. His morals, I love Twice. Twice is a good boy. Is that recent? Wait, what book in the manga, Lucky? You're funny, Asariad, thank you. Oh, fuck, I didn't know that! That's cool! Yo! I would want to see how Revi feels about Valmet. That would be interesting. Gang Orca. That's fair. I feel like there's a lot of people that do, though. He's pretty cool. A Dr. Stone cosplay? I'm not sure. It is wheat bread and an egg. You can try. I don't know if I have links turned on. Ellis may have to assist with that. If not, just DM me the image. Gang Orca's pretty cool, though. But yeah. Fitness-wise, I think the big thing is, like, people don't realize that their body is not going to react the same way that somebody else's might. No two bodies are the same. That's okay. No big deal. But I lost my train of thought. I was going somewhere, and then I wasn't anymore. Thanks, Lucky. The only fitness I do is fitness pizza in my mouth. That's me. That's me all the fucking time. Pixie Bob. Also, yeah, I need to finish Helltaker. Technically, I haven't. I know I've been asked to do Justice a lot. I just haven't done it yet. Hey, Transient, how are you? It's nice to meet you, too. Do I have any advice for somebody who wants to work out but is also lazy as fuck? Yeah, it's up to you to do it. Like, that's it. That's my advice. I know that a lot of people have, like, the inspiration grab them. You know, like, they're watching a really cool action movie and they're like, holy fuck, I wish I could do some of that stuff. Like, hey, I really should start working out. But then they go to get up and they go one day and maybe they go another day, but then they get sore on the third day and they're like, oh, I really don't want to go today, so they don't go. Listen, that's not going to do anything but make it worse. It doesn't help you. I know that being sore sucks. I am sore every fucking day. But the being sore is kind of one of the things that comes with going and working out and doing these things. Like, if you're trying to find a way to stay consistent or trying to find a way to stay... I hate using the word motivated because motivated comes after consistency. But if you're trying to find a way to get up in the morning and just go do it, I preach this, and you'll hear me say it all the time, but like finding a song that you can connect to an emotion for yourself where you're like, oh yeah, this gets me jammed, like it's a stim song, that's always awesome. Finding a scene in a film for you to attach to, or like an anime or something, that's always cool. Using, you know, people, both fictional and real, as role models can be a way to go about it. Finding a quote, setting alarms, all of those things can kind of help with consistency. If you roll on a bed and you're like, fuck it, I don't want to do this today, like, what is a reward for yourself that you can set in place to your brain and say, you know what? If I get my ass up and I go fucking do this thing and I kick some ass at it, this is what I'm gonna go do, and here's how I'm gonna do it, and this is my reward when I'm done. So I don't think people give enough credit for certain reward systems. And the thing is like, if you're dying for a piece of chocolate, don't deny yourself the piece of chocolate. Go and do your thing, kick some fucking ass, be awesome, and then come back and be like, okay, cool, like I can reward myself with a little square of dark chocolate. That's your reward. And don't just scarf it down either. Like, take some time and breathe and enjoy it too. I think that we often feed into that idea of wanting to give in to those urges of like, I want something sweet, but we don't actually savor the taste of the thing that we're eating either because we were so bent on wanting to have that thing. Chocolate milk. There you go. Chocolate milk after a 4-mile walk. It's all about the caloric deficit. So like, if you've got that working, you're good to go. And that's what's cool about it. Long walks are a great start. That's also true. The one set rule. Yep, at least you did something. That's true. And try to add on more as you go, too. That can be a huge piece of it. Soundtracks keep you motivated. Definitely. And they do me, too. That's why I have, like, 15 different fucking playlists of music. So, like, if I'm not quite feeling it one way one day, then I go into a different playlist and I'm like, oh, am I feeling this way? Like, lately I've been into this really, like, weird mix of noir-style guitar zombie Manson crossover weird shit that I discovered that was on my Spotify Discover. So that's been pretty cool. But I also attached it to my character, the maid. So now, like, as I'm working out, I'm imagining cool scenes and shit that go with that character. Anxiety sucks. I'm sorry that you're having to leave for 2.5 weeks. I can definitely imagine that that's gonna get it up there for sure. Don't forget to breathe is one of the biggest things. Using momentum to my advantage really did wonders. Getting up and starting one thing and domino affecting. Yep, 100%. My whole motivation for working out manly cardio bunny stuff is so big tall buff women could see me and be like, how cute, I want to pick him up and bench press him. Honestly, whatever. There's no shame. Fucking go for it. If that's your shit and you want to be like, I just want you to pick me up and bench press me. Like, do your fucking jam. Kick some ass. And honestly, the manly cardio bunny stuff, like, any of it. Anything that you get out and do to reach the goal that you're looking to reach, you take pride in that shit. There is no shame in that shit, and nobody should ever make fun of the style of somebody's working out that someone's doing. So, like, don't talk shit about people who weight lifts if you're a runner. Don't talk shit about runners if you lift weights. Like, we're all kind of doing our own thing, trying to, like, escape the existential dread that sets in and just doing our fucking best, okay? And sometimes that's all we've got. So if we can support each other doing that and outrunning the existential dread, then goddammit, we're gonna do it. Guilty Gear! Nice. Fighting game music is a really big one. I agree. I know a lot of people who use fighting game music. Because it's got that, like, BPM going with it where you're just like, oh, yes! Walking and taking the bus saves money, gets you walks in. That's good shit. It's a way to do it. Death by Snoo Snoo. Yeah. Kyle's theme. Also good shit. GVN. Nice to hear from you. I'm glad that you got to tune in from Turkey. Definitely an interesting place. Like, I don't think I've had anybody yet from Turkey. Stubborn spare tire. Yep, and that's the thing. Even the smallest bit of progress that you see. And that's the thing, is I know a lot of people don't want to take the photos, like the before and after photos, because they're like, oh, I feel disgusting, I don't want to look at them. Take the fucking photos, okay? Take the photos, because you will want them later. Take a front, a back, and a side photo. And and one flexing. And I promise, I know that you're not going to want to see them in the moment, because fuck, I didn't. I hate looking back at those, or I used to hate looking back at those photos, because I was like, ugh. Because I knew that's what I looked like, and I wasn't happy. I was majorly depressed, and not just because of the fitness stuff, but my head was not okay. And so I started to set something in motion. I squirreled those photos away and saved them in like a nondescript photo folder in the middle of my phone, and just did not touch them for at least a month. And then I went back and I took some more, and I did the same thing. I squirreled them away and I hid them. And what I started to realize is that even though my brain was tricking myself into saying like, hey, you're not making progress here, like everything that you think is happening is bullshit and my brain is being an asshole, I'm like, hold on, brain, let me bring these up from 2 months ago. And I would bring those photos back and look through and take new photos and be like, holy fuck, like there is progress. And it didn't matter if it was a little or a lot in different parts of my body, because again, we can't target fat loss, but I was so stoked that I had what I had, and that was fucking great for me, and I was down for it. Summer vacation! That's good shit. Making time can be hard. Yep. Working part-time and going to college full-time. You definitely have your plate full, Harley, and one of the big things I hear from people is like, well, what do I do? I mean, I run a farm. I worked full-time. I also did all of this stuff on the side, which was basically working 2 full-time jobs on top of taking care of the ranch and the rescue animals. I had 11 fucking things going on too. It will eat your time. And that's a piece you have to make. But if you only have 30 minutes a day to offer to go do those things, make that your 30 minutes of peace where you're separating yourself and this thing that you're doing from all of the other shit you've got to do. You know, even if it's 30 minutes 6 days a week, that's 30 minutes more than what you would have normally gotten any other day. If you can manage an hour 3 days a week, fucking cool. But you have to be willing to commit that time too. And that's going to be the hardest part. Yeah, that's fair. That's okay, Opie. It'll be back up for a VOD. Biggest struggle I've had with working out is I feel like I need a trainer. When mine sold their gym, I just stopped working out at home, and then quarantine hit. My motivation like a truck. I don't know why I do better when someone makes me do something versus doing it on my own. You are there's no shame in that either. There's a lot of people who need like a gym buddy. And it can be hard to find somebody that you trust enough to be your gym buddy or your account-a-buddy. But account-a-buddies, as bullshit and joking as it sounds, can seriously make a difference. And if that has to be somebody online who holds you accountable, like maybe you message them and you're like, hey, I'm not feeling like the gym today. And they come back with, why not? And you have to explain yourself as to like why you don't feel like it. But you work together with them, and that is your person who holds you accountable to keep pushing yourself. Having someone in person is definitely a lot easier, so if you can manage that and have a safe buddy system for somebody in person, that's awesome. Otherwise, though, sometimes setting up that little bit of accountability with someone else can definitely hold true to that. So I do completely understand that idea. Pain is weakness leaving my body. Slow progress is better than no progress. Slow progress is better than no progress is one of the biggest true pieces of advice I have ever heard in my life, because it is true. And that goes not just with fitness, but literally anything. Anything that you do in life where you are able to take a step forward and start somewhere is better than fucking not starting at all. For sure. Ah, enjoy your coffee, Trap. I also want some coffee. I should do that. Yep, having a CPT is a good choice. And that's true. So if you can afford a CPT, Ramrod is absolutely correct. I've done work with CPTs, I've done work with my doctor, I've done work with physical therapists, and it does make a difference. But if you can't afford a CPT, or if you are not able to work with one, it does sometimes help checking online, maybe finding someone who's CPT, confirmed CPT affordable online, or finding an account-a-buddy. I know I'm a lot happier now. Progress is going from out of breath, sick, winded in 2 minutes to walking in the heat, humid, and sunny for an hour and a half to find a museum. That is fucking kick-ass. I am so proud of you, Transient. Like, that is awesome. And not something to gawk at all, because I think one of the biggest things when I started running at first, and I was still over 200 pounds, is I was dying. Like, I was like, ugh. So I could make it 5 minutes, and then I had to back off and, like, walk real slow to catch my breath, because I felt like I was gonna fall over, and I was, like, seeing spots and shit. But each day that started to pass over, I added a minute, and then I added a minute, and then I added a minute, and the next thing I knew, 2 weeks later, I figured out how I could breathe with my body and work with it to keep going. That's always cool. I appreciate that, Bloody Wolf, but again, we're not really talking about that. That is an over here topic. If you have a pre-existing condition, you need to talk to your doctor. Your CPT or your PT in general can't be somebody who justifies that. If you have a pre-existing medical condition that you know can cause damage or issues, such as a heart condition or a lung condition, talk to your doctor before you start anything. That goes without saying. I feel like that should be obvious, but I will state it again just in case, since you did bring the subject up. Oh, Denmark! Oh, thanks, Skin. Denmark is cool. That's gotta be an interesting place to live as well. CPT, so a certified personal trainer. Oleg, it's not intentionally Motivation Monday. It kind of just became Motivation Monday because I was late to my own stream. I had just finished at the gym and I lost track of time, and I was like, oh, fuck! So I was 5 minutes late to my own stream and covered in sweat when this started, so it kind of became Motivation Monday. Like, we're all just chatting and hanging out. Workout comes from working and always being on my feet walking around. That's a huge thing, though. Walking in is in and of itself a workout, and can be a lot more work than most people figure. I think someone, if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to double check my, so again, don't quote me, I'll have to double check, but I think someone did a study on walking at a slight incline versus running, like jogging, and the walking at an incline had a tendency to burn more calories consistently than the jogging did. So I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. But yeah, walking can be super good for you, especially if you have doggos to walk. Go walk the doggos. They have a good time too. Every good CPT will tell you to talk to your doctor before they do anything with you. 100% Ramrod, that is correct. A good one will. Oh, yes. True. So KH is a CPT, just so we revisit that. But they said the best way is to ditch the scales and use how long you can exercise for a measurement. 100% true. I did not weigh myself when I was in the middle of my weight loss journey. I didn't. It wasn't a thing. I was beating myself up for weighing over 200 pounds as it stood, and I knew that it wasn't going to do me any benefit to keep having that stuck in my head. So I used measurements, I used the way that I felt, I used the way that my clothes fit, and I used the way that I was feeling, as well as the amount of weight I was pushing and my cardio, to start to discover how my body was doing. You know, my health for my heart and my health for my lungs are insanely good in comparison to where they used to be. You know, when I was a lot younger, I was... I really like Schmager, and I was also very depressed, and depression and Schmager habits were not good, because that was like, I was in a real bad way for a while, and it kind of made me realize just how bad this part was, and that's when I really started going to therapy and trying to, you know, work on myself and be a better person. Is like, people deal with a lot of inside shit, and sometimes you have to hit the bottom before you start going back up again. 489 pounds. Go to the gym 3 days a week. Mostly lift weights and spend about 30 minutes to an hour swimming or just walking in the pool. That's fucking awesome, Betsu. Like, that is wonderful. And swimming? Holy shit. Swimming or even walking in a pool, water aerobics can be really, really good for you too. So that's an awesome way to go about it. Yep. Treat you like a human rather than a paycheck. That is 100% true. I mean, there's tons of ways to strengthen the core. Again, it's one of those situations, please remember, and I'll say it again, I'm not a doctor or a CPT, but at the very least, if, you know, you can work on a couple of different ways to strengthen the core. One of them is literally, you know, I liked pole fitness for core strength, but that's because you have so much you're doing with body weight that you know, it definitely pushes the limits of what you thought you could do with your body, even being someone who lifts weights and that kind of thing. Yes, I do have a YouTube. Schmager. It's hold on. Schmager. Drinking the juice. That's good. As long as you find somebody good, Vaughn, that's the biggest thing. And you can totally be happy with the size of your arms and legs, Harley. The biggest thing with your stomach, again, we can't target it. But healthy diet habits and just kind of paying attention to what you're eating, how you're eating, and so on can play a huge part in that as well. I'm not going to say that you won't necessarily lose size in your arms and legs, because it depends on how your body's built and it depends on your genetics. But I would pay attention or track, like, what are you intake eating? How much are you eating versus how many calories you're burning? What's the deficit look like? You know, and again, one of those things of talk to your doctor if all else fails. I could definitely, I'm sorry, Katie, I could definitely understand wanting to swim. I feel like swimming is a great way for people, like, I have issues with my hands and my wrist joints and my knees. So swimming can be a great way to still work out and get that kind of aerobic style up, that aerobic style cardio up too, depending on what you're doing in the pool. But I can understand how kind of the dysphoria or the dysmorphia could throw you off a little. But remember too, you're not there for everybody else. You're there for you. And I know that it's simple coming out of my mouth, but I had to talk about just that with someone today. And one of the things that we talked about is, I'm like, you know, people coming into the gym, one of the biggest deals is that they get so scared that they're going to have some asshole in the corner talking shit, you know? And I'm not going to tell you it doesn't happen, because it does. People are really mean sometimes, and it's really unfortunate, because as someone who is there to better yourself, someone who is there who is wasting their own time talking shit, they're not doing anything but hurting their own progress at the end of the day. You're there kicking ass, taking names, being a better version of yourself every fucking day that you're there, regardless of the size of the step that you're taking. You're still there and you're taking those steps. And that guy who is talking shit about you isn't making any progress, because they are too busy being consumed by what you're doing. It has nothing to do with you at the end of the day. It's got everything to do with them and their judgment. So the biggest thing is, what are you there for? Are you there for them, or are you there for you? Yep. That's fair too. I appreciate that you guys have some back and forth going on. I'm glad you could be here for sure. Oh, Aerial Silks is awesome. That is such, if you guys haven't seen what Aerial Silks look like, it is so kick-ass. I wish that I could put the lining up for the beams in my house, because it's such a good stretch too, and can be it can be really good for the body. And it's a lot of body weight training. Oh, gotcha. I'm sorry, Katie. That's fair. At the same time, though, you know, if you have to, find a way to privatize kind of what you're doing in your own space. Yep. Everybody in the gym hates them. 100%, Betsy. That's true. That's also true, KH. And both Betsu and KH are 100% correct, because I had that same conversation with the gentleman today. You know, after he had talked about it, he said, you know, on one occasion I ever had somebody step in, and it was these two young men who had come in, and someone overheard them talking about someone else who was struggling. He threw him out, no hesitation. I mean, obviously I say throw him out, but he asked them to leave. So, you know, even the people in the gym, they're not going to take that 100%. There are people around you who are going to support you 100%. Yep, genetics. So Oleg said, I've known guys with a big gut who have massive arms. Part of that is obviously genetics. Caught myself feeling jealous, thinking I'd deal with a bigger gut if I have to get massive arms. And that's true too. You know, my legs are tree trunk legs, and I've always had that. But I couldn't build my biceps. It took me like 8 to 12 months to build my biceps up. Like an insane amount of time, because I just couldn't get it. And I had to push really hard to get the peak in here too. Have a good one, Ramrod. I'm glad you could stop by. I appreciate you. Be well. I'm glad you found it too, Death. I'm really happy that things help. As long as the stuff helps, honestly, is the biggest thing. Because I know too many people struggle with that internal monologue of like, oh, am I fucking up? Am I not doing good enough? Like, what's happening? I just heard a thing and I need to push this forward. It was regarding... Thanks, Ask. It was regarding someone considering themselves a burden to their friends when they were hurting. The implication of a burden is that we are not strong enough to help carry you when you are stumbling. That does not accurately reflect the situation. And that's true. You know, I often find myself as being a burden to my partner and to my friends, which is why I don't reach out for help, and that's just the truth. And it's not necessarily the healthiest mindset to be that person, because then you become the person that you expect everyone to come to and ask for help, but you can't help them if you don't have any spoons left to give, you know? Rather, I should say you can, but maybe you can't help them your best way if you have no other spoons to give. And I am very guilty of being the person who feels bad about, you know, feeling like they're a burden. It's hard. It is a hard habit to break. And I know a lot of that is, you know, old trauma that I still hold sometimes. And I'm working on that. I'm working very hard on that. But it's a journey, you know? Healing is not like you're good to go. Like, you don't wake up and just feel better one day, you know? And if you do, I'm fucking happy for you. Like, that's great. But for not all of us does that actually work. So, you know, it can take a lot of struggle to get there. But it's possible. But you have to start with little steps. And one of the steps is learning when to literally just say, help. You know, if you're having a bad day and the brain bugs are getting to you and you're just like not about it, even something so simple as stepping forward and saying, help, or I have no spoons, or even a word association, so that you can let your partner or your friend know, like, hey, I'm down here somewhere. Just a word, that's it. You just have to give yourself the ability to utter that word, you know? Yeah, the community in the gym can be super friendly and helpful. Especially that, and that's the thing is if you're not certain, Betsy's totally right. There are a lot of people who will stand beside you and help you out. The biggest thing is not being afraid to ask, because I know a lot of you are sitting there and you're like, okay, but how do I approach this person and say, hey, can you check me? Or like, how do I go up to the buff tomboy in the corner and be like, hey, can you help me lift this thing? I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. Like, you literally just have to go. And 9 times out of 10, you know, they're gonna be someone who's gonna want to help you, or will at least pause to have that conversation. You know, and if they don't and they're kind of rude, like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Find someone else, because they probably have something going on in their life that's causing them to feel that way or to act that way on that day. And you may very well get an apology. I did that one day, and the person came up to me 2 days later when I saw them in the gym and apologized. So just remember that too, is you can still run into an obstacle, but there is someone there who will help you. Yep, all out of spoons. Listen, address me like that again. And if I had a shoe, I'd throw it at you. But since I can't throw a shoe, I will throw the banhammer. Think about things before you say them. Yeah, some people like to mind their own business. That's also true. 100%. Hey, Nakamura, how are you? So listen, hold on. I thought that was a Randy Savage emote, and I got really excited that somebody put Randy Savage as an emote, and suddenly I need that in my life. I feel like I missed something amazing. Shine up that band hammer. It's gonna be a good day. Wait, no, I know what'll hold on, I've got this. Are you guys ready? I know what's gonna get them out of here. Are you ready?
Oh, you smell like the inside of my mama's purse.
That one's for you. You get to have that. That's all yours now. Enjoy. Enjoy. I never thought I'd see that phrase unironically. You did. It's been done. I have a home gym. I have one of the cheap Macy home gyms, actually. I think a lot of people shit on home gyms because it's a home gym. I'm gonna be honest. While I was losing my fucking mind during the pandemic, I could not get my shit together enough. So I went out and I found one of the last remaining home gym systems that was a Macy, and it worked fine for a while. Like, I've been using it for the past 2 years-ish, give or take. And, you know, I bought the weights, and it was a lot of money spent. That's the one thing I caution, is there's a lot of money that goes into home gym systems, but they can be beneficial for a while. The problem, though, is I got to a point where I could no longer push myself past what I wanted to keep gaining strength with what I did have. So I did have to eventually go back to the gym when it was safe, you know, and kind of make sure that I took my precautions and the vaccination and so on and so forth. But Katie is correct. Christmas, our pet turkey, half the time took over my home gym. So now he just gets gains and I'm left in the cold. It's about how that works. Why are you doing that impression of my first boyfriend? What? Oh my god, Sam, no! Yep, home gyms are really good. And that's the thing is if you struggle with confidence, oh, I guess we have a delivery. Bork, 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 bork. That's the other thing too, is like, home gyms can be awesome for people who still need to build up confidence. You know, if you want to start working out and start that journey, but you know for a fact that like going into a public situation, or if you can't in some cases, but going into a gym just like riddles your anxiety into the floor, it happens. It's totally okay. You're not the only person it happens to. I myself have days where I can't physically go to a gym because I am not okay. You're all right. It happens. But home gyms, or even created home gyms, so using like the concrete plates that you can make, using rice bags, jugs of milk, jugs of water, like home items can be awesome ways to still lift at home, but not have to spend a bunch of money on the equipment too. There's a lot of at-home stuff you can do. Bodyweight workouts are bomb also. Decent confidence, but just an extreme introvert. Listen, I feel it. At the very least, if you're an extreme introvert, just put on your fucking headphones, bass that shit up, and go fucking pump iron. Like, that's the level I had to reach. The writing on my right arm and right chest. This says, sometimes the only way to heal a wound is to make peace with the demon who caused it. And this says, the perfect victim. This one says, eat the rude. No, I will ban you. Home gyms are a godsend. Yep. An hour a day on the bike is kick ass. Listen, that's all you. I can't use a bike to save my life, so kudos for whooping ass on that bike. Has a home gym that he created for cheap, shows weird exercises like hitting a truck wheel with a hammer or pull-ups with a lot of weights. Definitely, Oleg. That can be... There are a lot of folks on good God, on YouTube who got super creative with the way that they were handling like the pandemic and being able to do things at home. I mean, because we do ranch stuff, hauling hay, you know, moving a lot of the heavier equipment and that kind of thing, we get stuck doing it, but that could be a way of doing it. I grunt farted so violently I moved in at least half a foot backwards. That's a power move. That's all that is. You just exerted yourself in a power move. I did. I made plates on a concrete. Yep. When the stuff first started happening and weights were really hard to come by, because everybody was buying them up like crazy, I was going to lose my mind if I didn't have the ability to do something to work out. So I used concrete and made concrete weights to do it. 100% I did. Dead ass. But it was definitely a different, thing for me to do. Because they didn't work right all the time, and the weight of them was not always accurate because I had to pour into like the thin plant plates. I used plant plates and poured concrete into the plant plates to do it. So that wasn't always the best way to do things, but damn it, I tried. But Also, Ellis, if you're still around. Oh, hey, good timing. I was thinking of you. What do you have T-Rex tape?
It's not just regular duct tape.
What's it for?
Because those labels won't come off the bottles, so I have to make my own.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
And also you. What do you need?
That's what I was gonna ask for. But then you brought duct tape instead, and I got real concerned.
We have a Sharpie. Somewhere.
There's a marker pin on the back of our headboard.
That's not gonna work. That's a felt tip pen.
You're a felt tip pin. You come in with duct tape and then you say, give me the Sharpie. It's the enzyme for all humans.
Spike, I need a Sharpie.
Listen,
Oh,
why are you asking the fish for...
have you looked at him?
What?
He's changed colors again.
I mean, that's not surprising. Spite is the name of our pet beta fish that Ellis brought home one day because this really mean kid in PetSmart picked him up and shook him so hard that it literally gave him a swim bladder.
Disorder.
Yeah. So Ellis got spiteful after he set him down and called him ugly, picked him up, looked at him, called him beautiful, and then brought him home.
So
His swim bladder's much better now, but that is why his name is Spite.
Because he's a child, and I didn't want to go to jail.
And his mom was right next to him, condoning the behavior?
Yeah, didn't say a word.
That's just the kid from Finding Nemo. Not a lie. Was in fact not a lie.
Okay, I will get you water and
Appreciate
try to
you.
find a fucking Sharpie.
I wish I could help you. Okay, bye. But yeah, that's how we got a beta fish named Spite. He's doing a lot better. He's a good boy. He just floats around his fish tank. He's got one of those like really big fish tanks that should be for technically 2 fish, but it's just him, so he has like his daddy pad. Hey, Ikito! Yeah, no. They do, and it's really unfortunate. A pet pigeon! Oh, I love that! What a good baby! Listen, baby pigeons don't look like baby pigeons. Baby pigeons are like... Actually, here, look, hold on. We're gonna find... Where are we at? Come here, mouse. Baby pigeon. Hold up. Let me show you guys what baby pigeons look like, because they are the bomb. Which is really strange, because they don't look like pigeons at first. They're very unusual animals. Alright, here. So these are baby pigeons. Okay? I need you to understand. Well, like, what is this? Look at this creature! They are fantastic, beautiful beings. They are wonderful. Yes, this is a baby pigeon. You learn something new every day. But yeah, that's what happens. And then they become that. I was showing people baby pigeons.
They're fucking weird looking, bro.
They're beautiful. What do you mean?
As weird as baby owls, though.
You're mean.
I was gonna put ice in there for you.
Oh, you mean that ice we don't have because our freezer's broken? Fantastic. It's good shit. We also looked at the inside of a snapping turtle's mouth.
It's insane.
We looked at the inside of a leatherback turtle's mouth. We looked at the inside of a... Hold on. We looked at the inside of a penguin's mouth. Why are you looking up goose teeth? And then there's this. There's this terror. This terror of the water. This amazing, beautiful monster.
Honk!
New York City, they're government surveillance robots.
True. This is why we don't fucks with geese. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah, no. They are something, man. Yeah, they do. That's what that is. Those are teeth on their tongue. Good God. The goose is the new DBD killer.
I mean...
That is exactly why it hurts when goose bites you. But then there's Canadian geese, and there's these guys, and they're just, look at them.
They still have teeth, just less.
But look at them.
Less teeth.
What? Why is the Canadian goose less imposing than this fucking animal?
Because that's an American goose, and have you ever talked to somebody from Canada?
Look at him! Look, he yell, but then there's this,
Yeah.
and you're just like...
And you know what he yelled? Sorry, eh?
You've been watching Letterkenny too much. You don't fuck with Canadian geese.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud.
Did your esthetician quaff that for you?
Yeah, I have to go figure this out.
Oh my god. I'm so glad we could share these moments together. This is fantastic. I'm so happy. Hi, Caracol. Yeah, I leave for 2 minutes and I come back to sacrilege. Nate. So Nate wants to know if you guys have a recommendation for a person who does combat depression related to cognitive decline. I would say if it may be in your best interest to maybe talk to your, if you have a therapist, talk to them, or maybe a doctor who can point you in the right direction to try to find a way to do that. That may be a good way to go about it. I can't speak. I'm not a health professional in that matter either, but what I can say is me getting my body moving is a good way to kind of combat that sometimes. Great, now I have to explain my animal mouth-based nightmares to my therapist. You're welcome! That's what I'm here for.
Like
Here to...
a lamprey?
Oh my god, lampreys. Hold on. We've got a new Google. Why is this what you did? You popped in and you're just like, let me give you more nightmare fuel.
Lampreys are one of the most terrifying things I can think of.
Hold on. Alright, so for those of you that don't know what a lamprey is, I'm here to rock your nightmares. This is the inside of a lamprey's mouth.
This isn't for you.
Yeah, no. I would like to point out, if you have ever seen Dreamcatcher, the film by Stephen King, the creature, the alien creature that winds up killing Beeve, that's what this thing is based on. So, yeah, they're just something. That is a whole lot of nope. That is a mouthful of nope.
I am briefly interrupting this terrifying program to let you know that I let Hatchet out to chew on a bone so he could hang out for a while. And he is sitting with his ass and back feet on the couch, his front paws on the ground, and he has the bone in his mouth, and he's just chewing the bone in his mouth in the air.
That's on brand.
There is nothing.
Hatchet is a Great Dane, just so everybody knows. So this is on brand.
Hatchet,
Fitness and Teeth, the Autumn Ivy stream.
come here.
Not wrong. We're just here for the animal mouths. Hatchet! You got to see the weird way I whistle, by the way.
Mom?
Hi, Bob.
Mom.
Come here.
Mom.
You say hi? Come here.
No.
Hi. This is Hatchet. By the way, he's like 7 months old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 7 months old with the man paws.
You got big paws.
What do you have on your feet? Oh, bone.
You got bone stuck on your toe, buddy.
Good boy.
I know. Come here. I promise it's not that exciting, buddy.
Your big brother is whining that he's put away. and
Hatchet,
you're not.
man. Come here.
Me?
Please don't eat my toy.
I'm gonna eat it,
Please don't.
Mom.
Buddy.
Hey.
This is also the dog that got scared by a bucket. So, that was...
He is. He's a Great Dane.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes. Oh, you got droopies. Come here. I know. I know. He's a good boy. Yes. Okay, buddy. Please don't chew on my foot. That would be very unpleasant. Okay, good talk. Great.
Mom, your feet smell like Jim.
A popular way to cook lamprey is to use its own blood.
Oh, I think I've read that.
What the fuck? Yep. The cognitive decline tends to come from unrelated depression. Can be worse if you have one of the attention deficit disorder spectrum points.
I'm gonna swap him out with
Diet,
this.
learning a new language, playing RPGs, tabletop. Anything to trigger the brain function. Yeah, no, look, because they were intended to hold down boars and wait for the hunter to get there. Like, that was the purpose of the Great Dane. But this is coming from a dog who's literally scared of a bucket. And in my defense, please understand this was not on purpose. I had set out a new water bucket outside for the dogs, so when they came in and out of the house, they had accessibility to water outside and inside. So I set up a bucket. Well, this bucket was like a big blue horse water bucket because we have the big dogs. So when I did, Ellis went to let Hatchet out. Opens the door. Hatchet goes up to the door.
That's not what I said.
Okay, bye. Hatchet goes up to the door, sees the bucket, Scooby-Doo runs in place, and then flips a bitch. And as he's turning to run, he proceeds to pee a line all the way to the kitchen.
He panic peed.
He panic peed. The poor man panic peed. Oh, hi, Adonis. So that was our life. And then he wouldn't go outside for like an hour and a half. Like anytime you got him near the door, he's like, "Oh my god, the bucket!" And he panicked.
I'll pee in the floor.
I'm gonna pee again. Please don't.
Buddy, you weren't.
Biggest dog I had was a Caucasian Shepherd. They're bred to fight bears in the Russian mountains. Interesting.
This
It's-
one was bred to protect the home.
Yeah, and then there's Adonis. I'm doing my best, Mom.
He likes otter pops.
Yep.
He's a man of good taste.
We're not bringing up the which flavor of Otter Pop argument again.
No,
We're
it's
not
not an
doing
argument. The answer's orange.
it. You're gonna start. Chris is in the chat somewhere in
Well,
here.
Chris is being wrong in the chat.
Don't do that. Don't. Katie says blue.
No.
Fire says red or purple.
Blue and purple are also acceptable answers because they are very, very close.
You're
tied
backpedaling.
seconds.
No.
Let
No.
me talk. I said they're acceptable answers because they're very closely tied for second place, but orange is the only correct answer. It's like getting a half point on a test.
Y'all are busy. You know what? Y'all keep your goddamn Otter Pops and shit, and I'll be over here with my drumstick.
I wasn't talking shit on Twitter. I was speaking the truth. There
We-
is, in fact, a difference.
We were not here to discuss the logistics of flavored Otter Pops.
There's not a discussion. I'm right.
But you're not.
But I am.
But you're not.
I'm the man in the relationship. Aren't I always right? Isn't that how this works? And then I punch through drywall? Adonis understands me.
Please go. Just go.
He's trying to get your attention.
Are you the good boy? You need your eye wiped, buddy.
He needs a
You
fucking
dug your
bath.
face in. Drumsticks? Drumsticks, like these. These are what I mean by drumsticks.
The ice cream thingy.
The ice cream drumsticks.
Yeah. That's my foot.
Drumsticks.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, wait, no, that's not what I
my
wanted.
favorite, but
Hold
they're
on.
good.
Stop pulling up random photos. There we go. Drumsticks. Drumsticks. Delicious.
Yeah. Adonis was a rescue from what was going to be that situation. Oleg.
Yeah.
The guy
boy.
basically slipped up and more or less admitted that he was supposed to be used for fighting, but he was too nice.
He wasn't aggressive over food, which is
No.
what the guy was looking for. Was aggression. Instead, he literally gave everybody else's food and would like go about his business elsewhere. So
I was put in a situation where do I leave him with this man and his life is on the line, or do I take him home? So we took him home, and now he's our big piece of furniture that snores.
do you think that added weight like leg weights, weighted vests, or arm weights actually help with muscle growth? I mean, it depends on who you talk to. I have done both. I mean, honestly, I think for ab work, having ankle weights can make a bit of a difference for like leg lifts and stuff, but it's no different than using like weight plates or kettlebells between your feet to lift. So it depends on what you're doing or what you're looking to achieve. I mean, it can put added stress on the body, so keep that in mind as well. But it's ultimately up to you. Yep, depends on the movements. Fire is correct. None of the flavors of the Otter Pops compare to the proper Italian ice. But that's not even a discussion. We have fake Otter Pops and true Italian ice. I don't feel like this discussion is 100 here. Like, this is not 100% valid. Oh god. Nothing?
What? I needed scissors.
Why do you have the scissors? What? Listen, no, that's how you accidentally... I'm glad you could be here, Kushi. We don't have drumsticks in the UK. We have cornetto. Other brands that do the same thing but get called cornetto or knockoff cornetto. Hold on, I want to see what a cornetto is. Cornetto ice cream.
I think Steph's talked about that.
Cornetto?
Yeah. Oh, we have knockoffs of this here in America.
This is a drumstick.
No, that's different.
It's a drumstick.
No.
It's the same fucking thing.
It's not the same thing.
Whatever, the King Cone drumstick bullshit. It's the same thing. It's just from a different country.
Nope.
No, that's not fair. That's like saying like Canadian cereal is not the same as American cereal. It's all just cereal. Cornetto is a trilogy of movies starring Simon Pegg. I mean, I can't really say anything, Oleg. All of my... I intentionally put my dogs in a position to be trained to work really well with one another and with other animals. So, I don't run into that problem, but it depends. So, I mean, maybe that's something to consider. If you're doing a rescue, you want to find one where you can do a slow introduction with the other animals. Be very safe. Watch what they're doing. All of my dogs get along with the chickens and the turkeys and our cockatiels that are inside. You know, but I also babysat the situation for a very long time to make sure that there was kind of a safety net. Remember though, I mean, you are still working with an animal that does have a prey drive, so just be safe and kind of pay attention to how things are going. If all else fails, separate the pigeon to a separate room. But I understand your concern 100%. I'll tell you, being English and moving to America was like, I bet that was a trip. I can imagine that Canadians probably feel the same way when they come down here and vice versa. I feel like I should have been streaming something this entire time, and I definitely wasn't. But I'm glad that we could go through like a random chat. That was pretty cool. Not what I expected. Technically, I have like 10 minutes left on this stream. No, I have an hour and 10 minutes left on this stream. So I could keep streaming, or I could stop at 1 and do a full stream tonight, since I am planning on doing a narration. I also want you guys to send me links to stuff that you would like to see me narrate. They can either be creepypastas or short stories, whatever you're feeling. I thought about doing a novel, but we will see if that's something I decide to do. I really want to narrate Lisi's story, since that's the kick I'm on, and also a book that's really important to me, and I kind of would like to share that with you guys. We'll see how that goes. Yep, I could do SCP. Just link me stuff that you want me to read. I would be happy to. I have a ranch. We do have tons of chickens. Of Mistborn. Okay. You can do that, Transient. Like I said, I'm happy to read stuff that you guys personally send me. I'm happy to read some of your favorite books, or at least start them. Or, you know, your favorite creepypastas, that kind of thing. Stuff that you personally have written. Delayed gratification is kind of the squad's thing. I didn't say that. You said that. That's not... Don't put that... Don't put that magic on me, Ricky Bobby. Just via DM or link. Just link me the book, and I can always find a digital edition. Aw, thanks, Oxidus. Tell your wife I said hello, and give her lots of love for me. Imagine being European, ordering a large soda in America, and be giving the gallon jug we consider a large. That's fair. Yeah, that's very fair. Portion sizes are very different, I think, across the board with countries. Yeah. I would love to. You'll have to drag one of them out. I would love to read it for you. There's no large in Japan? So wait, so if you go to McDonald's in Japan, what is their equivalent to, like, the large meal? Is that not a thing there? Like, genuinely asking, is that not a thing there? I'd be curious to find out. Small and medium. Wow, that's interesting. Then again, I guess, again, we're talking about portion size. Totally different areas of the world. But that makes you realize kind of what their intake looks like on a day-to-day basis versus what a typical American's intake looks like. Tom Robbins would be as gratifying as hearing you discuss the themes of the book. I mean, I'll do both, so it's fair. Yeah, how much we actually eat. Are you familiar with the Dragonlance series? I am not familiar with it, but I don't mind picking up new stuff. That is 100% what I'm here for. I also don't know if I technically could get in trouble doing live stream readings of actual novels that are not part of the, what do they call it? The free use thing. Brain gone. Goodbye. I don't know if I could get in trouble for reading novels like that are not on that list. Public domain. That thing. Because I'm not technically asking for money. I'm doing like fan readings. Because I have a friend of mine who really wants me to read Warhammer. And I've thought about doing it. Because I wanted to read the book about the Sisters of Battle, and then there's a horror book that they wanted me to read too, that was Warhammer. So I never actually looked into that. I don't think I could get in trouble for that. I don't actually know. Medium exists on the basis small and large exists, and there's something in between. We're just here to ruin your day with that thought, Maddie. There is a copyright for reading novels on stream. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't stop companies from claiming it. I would think it depends on the book. Probably. There's a free use Reddit that has a bunch of stories that are horror stories, and I think there's a few other genres. So I know that's an option because it's literally written in Reddit's little bio thingy that tells them like, hey, like here's your free use stories on Reddit. So I know I can use those because it says that that's what they're for before the author posts them. And I mean, I'll happily give the author credit too and like link it so you guys can see it. But imagine getting DMCA'd for reading books instead of playing music. I mean, it's not above the system. That's what I'm here for. First I show you crazy animal mouths, and then I talk about fitness, and now we're talking about being DMCA'd by books. DMCA'd for literacy. But yeah, I know that there's a couple of options. Worst case situation, I can always go back to reading fairy tales that I know are under the free use. So, I really... Hey, Tommy! How's it going? I would really like to do that. Have a good one. Enjoy your compulsory nap and hug. I hope it is a good quiet one. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to look into it, Oleg. You can send me the details. My email information and whatnot is on my Twitter, so you're more than welcome. Speaking of which, since we're here and talking about it, this is where all my socials are. So, there is also direct.me/xXAutumnIvyXx. All of those are applicable, but you can find that stuff there. It is not a dragon skull. It's Rimmer from Fran Bao, actually. Yeah. I actually need to finish playing that game with you guys, too. I forgot we haven't finished that one yet. One of these days. Oh, I got really... There we go. There we go. Now we focusing. Oh, they're fake. No. Listen, I can get my nails... Because I ride horses and stuff, and lift, I can get my nails to, like, right here, and then they break. But normally it's because I dropped a weight on my hands, or, like, when I went to pull the reins, I did this number, and they wound up breaking. So, no. Like, I can't maintain my real nails, unfortunately. I do too much active stuff, and they break constantly. But I do have a tendency to sharpen my nails like that when they are grown out, so, to be fair. That's a different question. That's one I haven't gotten before. When did we get into the ye olde chill music? I'm into it. Okay. I get behind it. It's good shit. Oh. We got the piano. Okay, alright. Yeah, this is good. This one? This is a quote. Actually, everything on me is a quote. I don't have people's names on me. It's not my thing. Like, kudos to people who do that. Like, that's completely up to you and your body and the ink that goes on your body. I don't put names on my body. And that's just a personal choice for me. All of my stuff come from something meaningful to me. This beat slappeth! This is how one should say the shit. You guys are ridiculous, and I love each and every one of you. You fucking monsters. This is called Suki's Tears by Ward Willis. This quote we visited earlier, but I will read it again. Sometimes the only way to heal a wound is to make peace with the demon who caused it. This says the perfect victim. This says eat the rude. This says are there spots in a leopard's eyes also, which is from The Crow, the actual graphic novel. This says reality is Ralph. This says release the good. This says the softer the skin, the sharper the teeth. This one says the knife in you brings out the life in me. The one on my wrist says repeat after me, repetition is key. Where else do I got my writing? Oh, the ones on my necks are both novel quotes. Oh man, if you're in Portland and attempting not to melt, I am in Arizona and it is reaching 120 already, which realistically should be like August temperatures, but big fry an egg and steak on the concrete energy down here. Then again, I'm not one of those people who knock weather in different areas. Like Portland heat for you guys has to be insane. Because if it's Arizona hot for us and you guys are not used to certain temperatures at certain times, I can only imagine like what it's like. Because I know that there's other people across different parts of the country that are getting snow. And I'm like, how the fuck do you manage that? I can't imagine being cold all season. Hey, Black, how are you? Thank you for being here to support. As long as the humidity's low. Yeah, humidity is a death dealer too. Past few weeks, 18 days over 103. Yep. And that's the thing is, if you guys are ranging between 110 and 115, that is fucking insane. Because I think that your normal temps at high are like 90s. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not actually familiar with like the temperature gauge in Portland. My hovercraft is full of eels. I love it. Memento, where the guy tattooed thinks he should remember but he has a memory problem. Yeah, I remember that. 3 for triple digit people. We have tornado pass by and had 100% cloud coverage for 3 days in a row over half the state, like no sky at all, 72 hours. Ellis is the one to talk about tornadoes. Horrifying. Like, tornadoes are fucking horrifying to them. Not to mention the fact that, like, the sky turns green, which is a real thing, I guess, for tornado weather. Like, that's fucking nuts. That is horrifying. Imagine looking up and there's just no sky. It's just nothing. Few weeks hit high 80s to mid 90s. See, that makes more sense. I could definitely see the vibe with that being hotter weather. Green and yellow. Oh my god, no. I'm native Arizona and I lived in Utah for like 6 months. And I remember getting snow in Utah for the first time and being like, how the fuck do I drive? I power slid on the freeway because I hit black ice because my truck was not prepared for that weather. And I had no idea what to do. So I literally just prayed as I like slowly drifted down the freeway. And I'm like, oh man. Because I knew if I hit the brakes, it wouldn't do anything but spin me out even worse. So I kind of just had to deal with it, which was horrifying. It means soup. I mean, maybe, probably. It depends on if he tattooed them himself. I feel like it'd be a different story. Like, there's a different dynamic there, I think. Deja Vu plays. 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. So is that a high or a low or like a normal for you guys? Because I feel like that's a different, I feel like, oh my god, that blows my mind. That there are 50 different styles of weather going on across the board like that. Lighting is different colors in some states and Yep, that's true. Arizona has some of the prettiest fucking sunsets I've ever seen because they turn that orange and purple color, but then like you just said, you go to Chicago and like the lighting's completely different versus orange and red. It's really cool. Growing up in Kansas, it's super easy to get blasé about tornadoes. I remember when the movie Twister came out and the whole state just kind of collectively shrugged like, oh, there goes a cow. I feel like a lot of people aren't gonna remember the film Twister though. Like, oh man, I'm showing my age. I remember Twister, and I remember the joke about the cow lasting forever. Like, it did not stop. It's kind of normal, but nowhere close to hot. Okay, well, you guys get a lot more cloud coverage, I think, than some parts of us do. I'm glad you do, Nocturnal. That makes me feel better. The Bay Area is the highest was mid-90s for 3 days. Now it's lower 80s. That sounds like nice weather, Caracol. I left Portland for my Paris trip literally last week right before the heat dome descended, and I never felt so lucky. You missed it by a hair. Like, by a fucking hair. Twister was made the year I was born. Wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're just gonna close that now. Pretend like that never happened. The two people survived the most powerful tornado by strapping themselves to a pipe with a belt. Not even by doing what you're supposed to do in a tornado. Literally strapping yourself with a belt. Yeah, the sounds I've heard are horrifying. Pretty hardcore. Oh my god. That is wild. There has been, okay, look, but there have been, remember the stint where weather movies came out and it was all about the weather? And then there was like, what was it, fucking The Happening came out too a couple of years ago. That was, I think it was Shyamalan. Like, but then it had nothing to do with what it actually should have had anything to do with, and it wound up just being trees. Sometimes these movies, I'm like, but what was the purpose? And then I remember the monologue from Rubber, which I'm pretty sure I can't play the clip, but hold on and I'll just read it to you. Have you guys seen Rubber? Like the film about the killer tire? Because if you haven't, I would recommend watching it, but going in knowing it's stupid, okay? I wanna preface it with that. Like, the film is not, the film has its moments, but it's not intended to be taken seriously. And they put that in from the very beginning of the film. Again, this film is called Rubber. It is about a killer tire. And the monologue at the beginning of the film is what I'm about to read you. And I'm reading it to you because there is a reason that the film is set up that way. And I love this monologue, and I keep it very near and dear to my heart. Because at the end of the day, there's no reason. And Dreaded said it right. Money. Like, that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle. So the monologue comes from Lieutenant Chad. And I'm going to read it to you. So be ready for just clench your buttholes. In the Steven Spielberg movie E.T., why is the alien brown? No reason. In Love Story, why do the two characters fall madly in love with each other? No reason. In Oliver Stone's JFK, why is the president suddenly assassinated by some stranger? No reason. In the excellent Chainsaw Massacre by Tobe Hooper, why don't we ever see the characters go to the bathroom or wash their hands like people do in real life? Absolutely no reason. Worse, in The Pianist by Polanski, how come this guy has to hide and live like a bum when he plays the piano so well? Once again, the answer is no reason. I could go on for hours with more examples. The list is endless. You probably never even gave it a thought, but all great films, without exception, contain an important element of no reason. And you know why? Because life itself is filled with no reason. Why can't we see all of the air around us? No reason. Why are we always thinking? No reason. Why do some people love sausages and other people hate sausages? No fucking reason. You're welcome. Again, that was from Rubber. So, literally, they set up the monologue to be like, was there a reason? And it drives me insane because some of it misses the point that some films actually do have a reason. Like, that is the purpose and reason, but at the same time, I think the whole mention is to set you up for the concept of, like, sometimes shit just happens and that's how life is. It's just, it's so bad. It is so fucking bad. I got nothing for you, but that's the point, is it's supposed to be bad. By the way, here's a tire. Because that's what happens. You go through this entire bullshit fucking monologue and then move into the film, and the next thing you know, I think the tire's name is literally like Robert. Like, the tire has a fucking name. But here we are. Anyway, just no fucking reason. Yes, Nocturnal. No, that's it. Yes, yep, Robert. Robert the Tire. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Robert the Tire. Yep, Mystery Science Theater 3000. So I noticed, I didn't actually get to watch a lot of the comeback of Mystery Science Theater 3000. I remember watching that when I was younger, from like the original concept. And if you guys have never seen Mystery Theater 3000, it is a wild fucking ride. Yep, video games get the whole no reason thing too. 100%. I feel like video games though, like there's, cause a writer I was having a conversation with about an edit, same concept. So they have a character set up and they want this character to do this special thing because that's their power. But like I told them, because I guess the prior editor they were working with wanted like this entire intense scientific explanation as to why, how, when, and you know how it was gonna work and why it was gonna work. And he presented the idea to me and I looked at him and I'm like, no fucking reason. Like, you don't have to explain the direct science behind it, because to be honest, your reader doesn't give a shit. The fact that she can do it in the first place, and you're dealing with star people, is like its own concept. So, I think we sometimes just to forget to enjoy stuff. Like, that's it. We just forget. Christine is actually modeled after the car that hit him and indirectly caused him to become an addict to alcohol. Yeah, so, and pills. In Dreamcatcher, there is a scene where Jonesy gets hit by a bus and has to have, conceptually, part of his hip is replaced. And that's actually what happened. Stephen King has metal, like the metal rod, I think, in his hip. He had to have part of that replaced after he was hit. So that's a lot of the channeling where Jonesy's character, after he gets hit by the bus, happens in Dreamcatcher. I'm filled. I just realized I've been sitting here having, like, an almost 2.5 hour long conversation with you guys. And I know some weird shit. It just occurred to me that I am filled with such useless knowledge of stuff. But some of it isn't useful stuff, but it's still entertaining stuff, and how did I do this? Alright, I'll take it. I don't know. I'm doing my best. You have 90 people listening to me. Listen, I have 90 people listening to me bullshit for 2 hours. David Armos. Fun fact, when he was a child, J.R.R. Tolkien was a kid. His friend's tarantula landed on his head, but he denies the experience traumatized him, which led to him creating giant spiders as books. It also probably is what caused him to write intensely long description scenes. I'm not shitting on Tolkien or his writing. I struggled getting through a lot of his stuff because it was such like, here's the leaf on this tree that is this old and it looks this way, but then this leaf has a bug on it that looks like this, and I'm like, what are we doing, Tolkien? Where are we going? What's going on? What's the next step? What's the action? I know I know how black hole death works, but people always ask. We are entertained, damn it. No. I'm gonna have to make a fucking sticker that's just like, oh, literally, it just says no reason on it. And it's gonna have half a tire that's like made out of a cheese wheel. Nobody's gonna explain it, but you guys will know. And that's what fucking matters, is that you're gonna know. I need an audiobook with a less boring voice. You know, that's something interesting. Workout gear? If I could find somebody to partner with to make my own workout gear and design it for you guys, I would in a heartbeat. If I thought that I could go to Just Sayin' and be like, hey, let's launch out this thing, here's a bunch of designs, and it would be successful for you guys to go get it, I would fucking do it. I actually wanted to do, gym bags. That was something I thought about trying to make. I just gotta figure out how to do it. It's just a tire on the back. Describing way too much about mundane stuff. John Steinbeck. This motherfucker's spitting. It is. It is pretty hot. Actually, let me see. Hold on. Let's see how hot it is. It is... right now, in this moment, we are looking at... like 97 degrees. The high is 100. So today is not as bad as it has been, which is really, really nice. Although I'm not going to hold my breath because I have a feeling we're going to wind up back in the hundreds next week. I'm hoping not, but we had some pretty nasty heat. If you want to engineer your own things, that's doable. Go through my network. Go for it. I mean, hey, like, I would appreciate the help because I really do want to start making merch. I'm struggling trying to figure that out. I went to the extreme of trying to figure out how to work a t-shirt press and what that would cost or look like. Or like the printing service to put it on for the t-shirt pressing. I wanted you guys to have cool stuff. I don't know. I thought I would go for it. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, the book is thicker than the Bible. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, thanks, David. I feel like we all have useless stuff in our brain, and the fact that we can just sit and bullshit and talk about it kind of makes me really happy. Like, I feel like that's where we should be. The Princess Bride is based on. There's a whole shitload of stuff before the story starts talking about politics and economy of the region the story takes place in. I did not know that. Shirts and bags, primarily, is what I'm talking about. Like, I would really like to do, like, keychains and stuff, but shirts, bags, that kind of thing. No reason why you shouldn't go for it. It's entirely up to you. I'm done with you. I quit. I'm done. I'm out. I gotta go. This is dumb. Oh, thanks, Knight. I appreciate you. Carly Thornton. I will have to look into that. I'm pretty sure that Carly goes through somebody, though, but I don't know. I'd have to look. Did you stop to breathe or drink water or eat food or poop? What do you mean you read it in 3 days? Like, wait, one book or all? Hold on a minute. There's not enough time in the day. Are you okay? Okay, Zax, no worries. 105. Woo! It big hot. Lots of hot. It wouldn't surprise me if Ellis jumped into the horse drop again, honestly. Puns are reactionary. No, that's fair. Open first page. Open last page. Done. Read. 100% complete. Listen, everybody here is filled with gross puns. It's just how it works. So, it's fine. I never stop to breathe when gaming. Okay, hold on. If you are playing a really high intensity multiplayer game, so like if you're in the middle of a survivor issue with Dead by Daylight, I can definitely understand holding your breath. That's fair. GFX design person, in-house art generation for clients. That's cool. My biggest thing, I think, is just finding the right fit and then just doing the thing. I also need to sit down and make a lot of designs. I love how William Goldman poses Gilder and Florin as real places, and Stephen King is actually from there, and his story is actually an abridged version of the actual legend. So, and that's the thing is, Derry, Maine is based off of, what is it, Castle Rock? What's the actual place in Maine called? No, wait, Castle Rock is the other one. There's a real place in Maine that Derry is supposed to be based off of. I can't remember the name of the city. Oh, that's cool. Just a command. I need to work on making commands. I'm not quite savvy enough to have picked that up yet, so I'll work on that as the week keeps going on. I do have a couple of things that I have to narrate today. Obviously, don't forget the stream schedule looks like this. So I will be back again tonight around 6 p.m. Arizona time. But we will be doing a live reading. So I will be narrating stories live. If you guys have anything that you would like me to narrate, please email that to me or send it my way, and I would be more than happy to do it. Please make sure, though, that if you did not write it yourself, that I would have permission to read it, because I really don't want to get in trouble. Otherwise, I can do stuff that's under the free use. I do voice work. A bubble toy pipe and a fancy outfit. I really should. I should have, like, a cravat. It'd be great. A bubble pipe and a cravat. No, you're fine. A single-player game person. So am I normally. I just kind of got into a position where I was trying to branch out a little bit and play stuff that was different in comparison. Because, like, my normal playthroughs, I've got to go in and, you know, play really, really narrative-heavy games are one of my favorite things, especially, like, heavy horror with a really strong story narrative. It's not even being antisocial, I think, that bothers me. It's, like, the sore loser mentality that a lot of the multiplayer games have nowadays. Like, you beat somebody probably by luck. It's not even skill. It's like, oh shit, like, yay, I won. And then that person gets fucking mad salty about it. I can't get that. I don't understand. Yep, great stories and games are the driving factor. I really, really liked Alan Wake. The literary references in Alan Wake were very cool to see, and something that I think was fun. They made a few Stephen King references and stuff too, so Alan Wake was a good game. The second one was a little weird, American Nightmare, but I think it was supposed to be, so whatever. Full suspenders, an old-timey shirt and sleeve cuffs. 1920s lesbian French bartender outfit. Now I've got to go looking that up so I can wear it. Here we go. Games to pause and walk away from, yeah. Especially if you lead a very busy life, or you have kids or animals and you gotta take care of like 50 fucking things at once. Having the ability to pause is really helpful. Control takes place in the same universe as Alan Wake. Oh, fuck! I didn't know that! People have been telling me to play Control, and I have not done it yet. But I've heard it's really good. Like, does that hold true? Is Control actually good, or is it like an opinion thing? Like, I'm one of those people that like to play things for myself before I take opinions at face value, primarily because I like to make the story discovery on my own and be like, yeah, I like this, or no, I didn't like this. No, I have no Control. Control looked good. Control is great. Okay, alright. Maybe I'll look into picking that up one of these days. Awesome world building and solid gameplay. Okay, so we've got a really good story drive then going for it. That's really good to hear. Not that I doubted anything, but I wasn't 100%, so I thought that I would find out for sure and ask. Okay. It's very weird. I mean, to be fair, 3/4 of the games that wind up on this fucking stream are weird, so that's not uncommon. Don't forget, guys, this is the places that you can find me. So one more time with the socials. At the very least, though, there's also direct.me/xXAutumnIvyXx, but yeah. I like to throw that up sometimes just to make sure. An obligation. It's just the side of an SCP game. Oh, wait, I think I had SCP. I think they spend a lot of time updating that, I think. I ought to play that one of these days. Yeah, SCP Secret Laboratory. I'm pretty sure it's this one. It looks like they did, there was a gun rework update. Looks like they did some more updates on it. Hi, Azriel. Yeah, I haven't played SCP in a really long time. Not since I got my new computer. There's a few games on here that are still not installed that are on the old computer, but the problem is the old computer needs like a heavy overhaul. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's really, really froggy. Like, does not want to function, glitches out half the time, takes forever to load in, so I've got to go in and like fix her. Give her the good what for. Wear a nurse's outfit, take care of her, take her temperature. Whatever it is that people do with computers nowadays. I'm doing okay, unless you're Henry Cavill and then you just look hot and put it together. I am doing all right. I was really late to my stream. I will tell you that, which is why I'm still dressed in workout gear, so I am so sorry. Also, did the stuff for... Okay, Verse is not out yet. SCP Containment Breach. Maybe that's the one that I was thinking of. So maybe it wasn't Secret Laboratory. Maybe it was the other one I was thinking of. I don't know. I have so much shit that I just haven't touched. I need to finish. There's a handful of games I need to finish, which Those Who Remain is one of them. Have a good one, Oleg. Please rest easy. It can be, especially if you have a mid-range with like some really good RAM or parts and then you just pull parts out and replace as you go. It can be a good investment. The Heisenbergs. It is SCP containment. Okay, so now we know at least. But damn, I have gone through almost the entirety of this stream and not touched a game. I feel like I should have, but I didn't. Is that bad? Is that something people do? Do people talk on streams? Is that a thing? Like, I have chores I need to go do, and I recognize that I really should be. There are just chatting streams. Well, okay, wait. Like, I know that is a theme. I know that just chatting is like the theme, but I've never actually spent my entire stream doing nothing but talking, which is a weird concept for me. Well, but isn't that the point? Like, you talk. Watch Hell's Kitchen clips. Whoa. Okay, hold on. I don't go toe-to-toe with the Ramsey, alright? I can understand watching nothing but Hell's Kitchen clips. I get that. I assume that's a thing, though, because, like, I've seen streams where people go and they actually watch clips on YouTube. Or, like, watch reaction videos or something. I guess that's a thing that people do. I don't know. I'm really bad at the just chatting concept. I just assume that you pop in and you talk about shit and hope that people want to listen. Well, okay, so my concern with the just chatting shit and, like, watching clips and stuff is, like where does the line go with the DCIM issue and, like, the copyright stuff? I didn't need to be caught. I haven't watched the full anime yet for season 5 for My Hero, primarily because I'm caught up on the manga and I've just been slow at watching. I've had a lot of life stuff going on, but I will. But I already know what happens in season 5. I'd pay for you fighting him in a chef's coat. I mean, I'm not gonna knock them. Like, whatever works for them, you know? That's your jam. Get your shit. Get your money. Get your bag. Whatever the fucking phrase is nowadays. I don't know. I am a simple farm goth. I am y'alternative. I'm just doing my very best to provide. To bring table for the food for the aminals. I'm trying, guys. Y'alternative. I am a simple meme farmer tending to my memes. Behold, my crop does not grow, for it is devoid of fucks. I bring table for the food. Another great band name, Farm Goth. True. Watching cookie shows in an inflatable hot tub while licking an ASMR mic? What? Is that a thing? But that... But that's gonna get your mic dirty. What? I don't know. I don't even want to dive down that. That is a rabbit hole far too deep for me to reach. I feel like my arm would get stuck and it would break, and I don't know if I want to go that deep down the rabbit hole. That is a very deep hole. That rabbit hole has its own rabbit hole. Someone farted on their mic. I am not one to shame here, but I question the delivery. Because there's no reason! No! That is what we call full fucking circle! Yes! I would imagine that they did. I'm just here to talk about stuff I like. I don't know, man. I'm doing my best. It all comes back to Chad. I can definitely... Thanks, Transient. I can definitely understand where the appeal for some ASMR styles could go. Like, I like narrating stuff. I love reading it, and that's why I set up a specific time slot where that's what we do, is we narrate and we read things, and, like, you guys can submit stuff and so on. Is because I think it's really interesting to be able to hear stuff, especially if you're in the middle of things and can't read something, like, you know, and plus it helps me because I can record it while I'm doing it, and use that as content base for the free to use stuff. So, I mean, it helps me get work done and also entertain you guys, because you guys get to sit on a live reading. Obviously, you know, the full release of stuff goes to Patreon first, but, you know, I think that having the ability to read and read in a calm voice, or to sometimes do the ASMR for sleep purposes, is pretty cool. Lieutenant Chad reporting for Chad. Chad of Chaddington, born of the Chad, by the Chad, for the Chad. A guy trying to get into voice acting or narrations. Tips for a guy trying to get into voice acting or narrations. Tips for anyone trying to get into voice acting or narration. Put yourself out there. That's it. Invest in, you know, decent equipment. Do your research. Find out, like, what a reasonably priced but good mic is going to run you. You know, get started at a base level. And then, you know, Casting Call Club and places like that can really do you favors finding auditions. I know voice acting Twitter can be a pretty good place, but literally just learning how to use your equipment, learning how to use, you know, like Audacity and that kind of thing, like programming to record, learning what good sounds like versus like breathing in between, what different styles is going to look like for you, because there's a different style of somebody narrating versus someone reading for a character's emotions versus reading for anime versus reading for a book versus like there's 50 different styles, and all of that is something that you need to kind of delve into and research as well. It is definitely a lot. Transient actually had a really good quote. In sharing your art, it's free falling to see where you land. If you fly, please do it. I agree. I don't get the trigger necessarily, but I mean, I guess it does stuff for some people. I think that there is a tie-in to the concept of when you, if you did, I can't speak for everybody, but if you had somebody who used to read to you as a child and you fell asleep to them reading a bedtime story, that I think that concept kind of kicks in, because you get like the motherly reading voice, and for some reason that just kind of back loops us in the brain. It could. Maybe that's the case, Sammy. There's some people who are not about it. Hi, Professor. Oh my god. No, I'm talking about reading ASMR. Like, the tapping shit, or like eating a pickle in a mic. Oh my god, why? Ugh, just eat the pickle. Just eat the fucking pickle. I don't get it. Yeah, I like reading bedtime stories, but that's I guess it's just narrating to me, but some people would call it ASMR. I group it all in the same thing. I don't know. I'm just doing my best. It's practice, Opie. Maybe you naturally don't have a voice that's soothing, but you can hit a pitch that others can't that becomes a soothing voice. So it's all about the way that you read and the way that your inflection goes into the reading itself. Audio has helped me fall asleep way easier than I usually would. Well, I'm happy that you watched the TikTok and then came here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I hope the TikToks helped. Yeah, audios can do a lot. You do. Hey, I mean, that can be a compliment when it's a very calm and kind of like, yeah, in a level reading voice. See, in the tapping, licking, or crinkling thing, like, I don't personally get that. If you vibe with it, that's 100% cool. I just don't get it in theory because there's some noises that enrage me, like chewing. I don't get why that's a thing. Today on All Things Considered, rain meditation is the shit. Also, so the Chilling app, I started narrating for Chilling app, which is an actual app that you can get on Android or iPhone, but Chilling app started to collectively gain narrators and YouTubers who narrate, you know, creepy stories or things like that they have permission to narrate. But one of their background things is that you can select like light drizzling rainfall or an ambient noise in the background as you're listening to the narrator, which is really, really cool. And you can turn up the ambient noise as well, as low or high as you want to. So if you guys haven't checked out Chilling app, I definitely would recommend it. I should probably have an advertisement somewhere, but I don't. So otherwise, I'm on it now. And if you really like hearing me read stories, that is definitely going to be the place to go. Yep, rainfall in general. Rainfall on a 10 roof. We're lucky enough that we have a 10 roof here, so when the rain hits, we get that really nice patter. Today on NPR, we feature our latest program for jazz. We call it Jazz Times Jazz equals Jazz. That immediately makes me think that's just I hear the announcer from Fallout. That's the only place I go. There's a disorder for it, misphonia. You get angry to the point of possible violence by certain sounds or pitches. Chewing, snoring, ASMR stuff, triggers for truly violent. I have a tendency to get overwhelmed. So, especially in social situations, like my brain kicks me because I get where people are talking and it's very loud and like things get too loud even though it stayed the same volume the entire time. I get overwhelmed pretty bad. But that's part of some of my other mental health stuff, I think. 3 Dog Night. Public radio voice is ultra chill. It depends on the public radio voice. I've heard a few public radio voices where you have to question what the fuck they're doing. But then there's a few where you're like, yeah, I could vibe with this. But hold on. But there is country music announcers where it's like, "Yeehaw, here we go. We're readying up for the next rodeo, and this song coming up is by Martina McBride." And you're like, but then it's a horrible love song about how her husband dies, and she's sad about it, and you're like, oh. But then you go to, like, the jazz channel, and they're just like, "Hey, baby, tonight we've got some awesome saxophone for you to listen to, and it's gonna be a great time. So you kick back, have a drink, and enjoy." But then you go to the rock station and it's just incoherent screaming because you accidentally stumbled on the death metal station and you can't understand anything they're saying, but you hear pig squealing noises and you know. It's like, I think that was the ASMR. We're in for some smooth jazz. Jazz for smooshin'. I'm just saying, it's true, though. Like, you get... demographics are wild. I read... so, true story, I did a sexy reading of a sugar cookie recipe quite some time ago, I think. But that was before I had a really good mic and had, like, a handle on what I was doing for reading purposes. But for radio announcements, it's true. You get, like, 50 different styles of radio announcers, and you're not really sure what channel you fucking wound up on. And then, of course, there's, like, the political news channel, and then they're just yelling at each other, and you're like, this is not a vibe. I do my best, Spagoot. Like I said, I will read things in the way that you guys want me to read them. You just got to give me the content, and that's what tonight is for. So when I go to do my my 6 p.m. schedule for the Bone Collector story time, if you guys want me to read it in a 1920s voice, I can do that. If you want me to read it old country style, I can do that. Like, give me a voice to read it as, and we'll kick back and we'll have some fun with it too. All rock stations are required to have half a dozen identical loud guys DJing and one woman with a fairly normal voice that works the overnight shift. All I keep coming back to is, like, accounts from a lonely broadcast station, and that's all I can think about is Evelyn sitting in the DJ booth just fucking miserable, surrounded by a bunch of monsters in the woods. Man, I miss that story. I miss narrating accounts from a lonely broadcast station. That was my shit. I had so much fun doing that. I would really like to revisit it in the next, like, year or so and re-record it. It was a fun one. It was fucking awesome. Film noir damsel in distress style. I could do that. But hold on. I don't know if I can do that one. I'll try. Hold on. Let me give it a go. Let's see if I can do this.
Thank you all. This has been the Carmel London Jazz Hour. Up next, we have Beef and the Fart Knocker with their definitely not progressive views on women at 10 a.m.
First of all, credit to Sammy Crit Fiddle for writing that in the first place to make me read it. This is the Morning Wax Shack with Tony and the Jews. What the hell is a fart knocker? I listened to that story. A friend shared one of your photos, starting chatting, and realized it was me. I got that a lot. I got a lot of people who listen to Accounts from a Lonely Broadcast Station. By the way, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I know that there's a couple of people here that are probably not here normally, so hey, welcome. It's fucking weird here. But for those of you not sure what I'm talking about, this is Accounts from a Lonely Broadcast Station. Now, there are 2 seasons towards it, but it is on Mr. Creepypasta's channel, so if you don't follow them, give them some love. But it is a story by an author named Windingus, and it is really, really awesome. I love the story. I loved playing Evelyn. Yes, that is me in the photo. This was actually the re-up that he did about a year ago where he collected all of them together. You can listen to them as separate episodes, but I would sincerely recommend listening to 1 and 2 together. It is about a 5-hour long story, so if you want something to throw on for a road trip, that's the way to do it. But I loved narrating that story. It was fucking awesome. Hi. What's up?
I just don't have enough stuff to put everything in, so I had to make do.
Well, I know. That's why I said to leave some of it in the bags.
Yeah. I'm just taking a break before I start making stuff.
I'm like, why do you look guilty?
I'm just tired.
Come here.
I want my
Are you sure you're just
fucking
tired?
Otter
You
Pops
just
to
look.
freeze.
We have a shit freezer. I don't know what to tell you.
Buy me a better freezer, sugar mama.
Don't touch me.
You know what you can
Don't
put,
get off
You know
of me.
what you can put in a better freezer?
Not fucking Otter Pops.
Ice cream.
I ban you for ice cream. I can't fucking eat half the time.
You can't do eat it.
My God.
There's keto ice cream.
Don't talk to me.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings, hot dog and bologna. I can't not hear that and think of Hawks. Fucked. I'm used to your Facebook content. Yeah, I am an insane human being when you get to know me. It's fine. Oh, you used to teach radio broadcasting? That's cool. What a weird job. Like, I'm not being negative. That's just a really weird job. I've never heard of that being a thing before. Barely.
Correct.
I mean, yes.
We are the gay, cute.
Oh man, I miss having longer hair. Like shoulder length though, where I could kind of put it in a pony or like get that fucking cool like Death Hawk thing going on.
Mine's just long on top and it needs a cut. Everything else is shaved though.
It's true, it would never change. Hi, Selkie! Flip that around in slow-mo? I don't know if I can do that.
That's it. Oh wait.
Oh my gosh! Ugh! Where is it? Yep, shaved sides and a patch of long hair.
I'm
True.
considering growing this out longer. I haven't decided, nor do I probably have the resolve to do so.
I don't think you have the resolve. Because you're gonna look at me a week from now and be like, I need to cut it!
Yeah, I do this every time. I'm like, I'm gonna grow out the top! And then like 2 weeks pass, and I'm like, no!
You were a roadie for a band for 2 years, the actual teacher didn't want to show up. That's fair. I mean, fuck it. If that's how it worked out, job's a job. Oh, yeah. Nah, Ellis has been around just doing chores and stuff. Pretty much.
Getting stuff together for my shop.
Yeah, in the background. Which, I have 15 minutes left. What? Yee? Okay. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, though. I think I need to replace the pads on these.
Yeah.
It's getting to a point where it's starting to hurt my ears. But I told him I was going to shave for 2 years. Ellis originally had very long hair a couple years ago.
Down to my belt.
Yep. Very, very long hair. And then they came to me and they're like, I think I want to cut my hair off. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure that's something you want to do?
I had like super duper fine hair, like fine textured hair, but it was really long down to my belt, so it was just really hot, tangled all the time, was staticky, and I couldn't do anything fucking with it. So I cut it off, and it's the best decision I've ever made.
I mean, kind of. I'll still probably do a full stream later because I got a bunch of work to do. I definitely need to rest the voice before I do it. That's for fucking sure. Oh, hey, Soft!
Oh, my hairline's not much better. I have a 5 head, and then on top of that, I have an inverted widow's peak, so like that's cool.
I think it's great. No! Ow!
You have to love me, we're married.
I don't. I don't have to.
You do.
They arrange them. And they don't even know each other sometimes.
Yeah, but that's not what happened. You said yes. You bought it. You didn't have to say yes. You said yes.
I didn't buy it.
You said yes. You're right. I stole it.
I didn't buy it. No, that's not how that works.
I stole it.
No. No. Yes. No. That's fine. But... oh, man. Oh, yeah. I had a friend who was super balls deep in Night Vale. I've heard nothing but good things. So if you want to do that, if I'm allowed to read them. I'm pretty sure the yes is contractual. According to the United States of America, in this county, yes, it's required. It's just how we do in this house, I guess.
You alternatives. That's us.
Big alternative vibe. Big spooky farm goth. The alternative. Buff farm goth, I think was the other descriptor. We just talked about shitty ASMR. Can we not?
They said I didn't do it into the mic.
Well, Autumn, how did you get banned? Well, you see, Ellis was fucking around one day and burped into my microphone and they automatically thought that it...
I'm gonna do it one day.
Please don't. Do it on your own fucking channel. Death is only the end if you assume the story's about you. Wow. No, that's deep as fuck. That is really deep. That
My anxiety just went through the roof.
Oh, the eating ASMR?
No.
What?
No, I agree with you. Yes, no. No eating ASMR. Never in this house. I will blow a fuse. Like that.
What is that?
I think that's Adonis' cage.
Oh. Yeah, please don't blow a fuse.
There are very few things on this planet I hate more than the sound of people fucking eating.
Visceral reaction to the sound of people chewing.
Can't do it. We have definitely fought over it before.
Yeah, that's true. Something to ponder for the rest of the day now. Yeah. Listen, that's some deep shit. That's traversing the end deep shit. Anemone! Anemone. No, it's a song. The song's called Anemone.
Sloppy chit. No. No.
I'm pretty sure that there's a schmorn category for that. I'm good. Oh my god. Epistemological goddamn freight train. A deep and handsome fish. Are we back to fish now? I didn't watch the Bo Burnham special, but I have heard nothing but good things about it, and I've also heard like really big sads. Yeah, providing the big sad. Also, I promise that I am bringing back our podcast. It does exist. I do have an episode finished. It is out there. I am gonna try to post one tonight. I am so sorry that I suck, but I'm doing my best. So I will try to bring that back tonight. It is available across Spotify and a bunch of other places, so that's still a thing. I would like to try to start doing them weekly. I just need to figure out my entire life and its existence before I do. Which includes a Cami teaser that I'm supposed to do today at some point. Yes. It always looks orange on camera. I don't get it. It's not actually orange. I need to see if I need to paint these. I don't remember if I do or not.
I thought they were done.
Well, no, I mean like paint the little buttons that I had to push in.
Oh.
I don't remember if those are silver or not. I'm gonna be really excited to redo those. I'm not super happy with how they came out. Wow, you guys got super deep. Eminem with his people. M&M's eating M&M's. It's red. Like, it's not what it's supposed to be. It actually is red, but the camera, for some reason, makes it look orange.
That's weird.
But it's a very deep red. This is straight. I think it must be the lighting. Like, I feel like if I change the lighting...
Your nails look orange, too.
Oh, yeah, they do, don't they? That's weird. Then again, my hair also looks brighter, too. That's gotta be that's a contrast setting. It has to be. It's strange. Whatever. So, yeah. We got about 10 more minutes, though, so if people want to talk about weird shit, I'm here for 10 more minutes. Riveting, I know. Or, technically, 10 minutes. Technically, I'm done. Sort of. No, you're totally fine, OP. What color is Ellis's shirt? Red? Dark red? Shorts are orange.
No, but it turns orange the closer I get to the camera.
So that's gotta, yeah, it's gotta be the lighting then.
If I'm like, wait the fuck back here, it looks red.
Smiles wants to know if either of us have any new tattoos planned.
I mean, always something planned. Always.
I have a commission that's in the works by Sarah Mason or Sarah Mason Art. They are amazing. If you haven't checked out their art, you totally should because they're pretty fucking kick-ass. Actually, I can do that. I can support them. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this thing. Sarah Mason Art. Oh! I didn't know.
That's not her.
Wait, no, that's a different Sarah Mason. That's contemporary art.
You have to go to her Twitter.
Oh, it's because for some reason it pulled up without the H. There we go. Alright. So this is Sarah Mason's art. But yeah, They are amazing. I love them very much.
They have a tattoo they designed for me that I need to get done as well.
Yep, and then the Moro on the back of my leg, which is my most recent tattoo, was done by Sarah Mason Art. But they're amazing. Their stuff is so cool, and they do different variations. Like, obviously, this is a Vaporeon, but this is their version of a Vaporeon. I really liked this. They did this recently, but the lion and stuff, it's just beautiful. So they're currently working on a piece for me of a horse's head to go as a symmetry piece to the tattoo on the back of my leg. But I love their art. They're absolutely amazing.
When you're on desktop, can you search their posts?
Can I search their posts?
Yes, I think you can.
I don't know why.
Oh, if that was a thing, you could probably grab mine from her, but if not, that's okay.
No, I gotta search Twitter.
Okay.
It's I don't know.
That's fine.
But yeah, if you guys get the chance, check them out. It is listed under Sarah Mason Art, so very, very worth the follow. Drink more Olive Garden Alfredo sauce, because that is what I'm truly here for at the end of the day.
No quote from Twitter. I do have a tattoo that's planned, but I'm not going to share it. I'm just going to do it. And you guys will have to wait and see.
Have a nice night, Lauren. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a good rest.
You'll have to wait and see what it looks like when it's done.
Yeah. Yep. That and Ellis has a few that they're planning on getting. Oh! Oh, I didn't see this one. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that a lot. That's super pretty. I would really like to do a shoot in this style. I've always wanted to do like the long style maned wolf mask kind of look. I really need to do that one of these days. This is one of their commissions, actually.
Hello there. General Kenobi.
I'm done. That's fantastic.
That's my favorite shit.
Hello there.
Right there.
That's my shit right there. Perfect.
That's it. Everybody go home. Stream's
That's
over.
it. Stream's over. This was the other one that I wanted to show everybody. I thought was really, really cool. The detail's phenomenal on
The
it.
bats are always really pretty.
Oh yeah, super pretty. General Kenobi. But again, we just have a few more minutes, guys. Probably about 5 more minutes. So if there is anything else that you would like to ask me while I am here before it's a night stream, now is the time to do it.
Where do we stream it later? Do we even know?
My narrations.
What day is it?
What year is it?
No, I'm serious. What day is today?
Sunday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're doing story time stuff. That's
Yep.
why. Okay.
Why? What were we gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know what day it is anymore. That's why I was asking.
I gotta find stuff to read for tonight.
You absolutely did. Thank you. That just made my day.
It
Now
did.
I
It's
super
fantastic.
wanna go rewatch Star Wars again.
Oh my god.
I've been wanting to rewatch Lord of the Rings. Rewatching Star Wars is a slightly less cumbersome task. Dimsdale Dimmadome. You right.
You say that, but all I can think of is Dimitrescu.
Cereal first, for sure. If you
I
put
like
the milk
stuff.
in first, it becomes a disaster.
Cereal and then milk? Do people do milk and then cereal?
I don't know. Heathens, maybe?
Oh my god, is that a thing? Do people do that?
It's like, instead of going sock, sock, shoe, shoe, they do sock, shoe, sock, shoe. Weirdos.
Why would you?
Only villains do that! Cereal, bowl, spoon, milk in that order.
You guys are chaos bringers. What have you done? Oh, hey! Thanks, Hyper.
Only if it's the second round of cereal. That is the correct answer.
You have to do Dimmadomatresque. Listen, I did Dimmadomatresque already once. I should probably reshoot her, though. Eventually.
No. Everything the same, but with the Dimmadome hat.
Everything the same, but Dimmadome. I would have to build a super tall hat. It's a lot of EVA foam I've got to build. That's true.
Sammy, you right.
Have a good night. Bye, Spagoot. We're almost done anyway. We've got a few minutes left as it stands. I just am trying to bleed out the last couple of minutes for you guys.
Some people really do be on the Savage Blue Water Pop train.
True. Oh, I'm really happy. I'm sorry that that happened, though, Hyber. I mean, I don't have anything helpful to say about that. I'm sorry you're going through that. If it's any consolation, I do understand. I went through a really nasty divorce, so I completely get it. And it can leave you in a really weird place for a really long time. But just take your time. You've got this. And I am super glad that the positive videos have been helping. That's what they're there for. Big hat lady. I'm just here for the big hats. Of course, Death Dealer. If you can't make it, no big deal. Like I said, everybody who is not here, or who is not here later, who can't hop onto the stream tonight at 6 p.m. Arizona time, no stress. I will have it up as a VOD, and the all of my subs across the board will have accessibility to those items. My patron, my Schmatreon folks will have accessibility to the audio that I choose for the week. And then later on down the road, the other narrations will be posted as the week passes. So no stress at all.
That other stream would be 4 hours from right now for those of you who struggle with time zones like I do.
Yep, about 4 hours from now. Yep, that is true. You speak the true. But yeah, all of you guys hanging out, like, this was a really good stream. I'm really stoked that so many of you wanted to sit and listen to me shit talk for 20 minutes about no reason. That was fantastic. I feel like I achieved something today. Truly.
So General Obi-Wan Kenobi is from Scotland, and now everything in my head just changed. Well, hello there! General Kenobi! No, they're just screaming in Scottish, and that's 10 times worse.
That's even better.
Please refilm...
What do you mean that's worse? That's better.
Refilm Star Wars, but in Scotland.
So somebody wanted me to mention Accounts from a Lonely Broadcast Station again. So I am going to replug that really fast. This is Accounts from a Lonely Broadcast Station. This is going to probably be the one you're looking for because it's the Redux with both seasons. It is about 5 hours long, but it'll give you something to listen to for a while. But it is on Mr. Creepypasta's channel, so you can check that out. I had a blast reading this story, so if you do want a really long one to listen to that's got that creepy vibes, but is also really entertaining, Evelyn is one of my favorite characters I've ever played. I do have a tattoo for this story on the back of my calf. Because it was that important to me and really geared me up to want to keep reading stories. So I hope you guys enjoy that one for sure.
Ewan McGregor's a babe. Also, we
Ewan McGregor
stand
is a babe.
the crow with human eyes in Accounts from a Lonely Broadcast.
Kanye Bird.
AKA Kanye Bird.
Called Kanye Bird.
Yeah.
So there's a bird with human eyes that's described in Accounts from a Lonely Broadcast Station.
That's
and
my favorite.
He's an asshole, and Evelyn has an entire thing against this bird, so no pressure, no stress. But yeah, that is going to end our stream for today, guys. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for being here. I am so stoked that you came to hang out and bullshit with me for a while. If you have indie horror games, I love indie horror games, pop those in and we'll play. Don't forget, these are all the places that you can find me. So that's going to be here. That's linktr.ee/xXAutumnIvyXx. Direct.me/xXAutumnIvyXx is another place to go. Pretty much anything is under just that weird Xbox gamer tag piece of shit that I made up as my name. That's it. Otherwise, I will be back again at 6 p.m. Arizona time, which is about 4 hours from now, so... Hold on. I have to read this. Sammy's coming back with that mad game shit. Hold on. Give me a minute. Hold your horses. Oh no, I made it disappear. Wait. There, okay.
Remember, folks, for all your household ailments and homeward needs, we recommend Big Titty Goth Girlfriend. Big Tibby Goth Girlfriend is a time-tested and proven palliative for what ails you. Disclaimer. Big Tibby Goth Girlfriend is not a guarantee and BTGG results may vary. Please consult us at missingposteronhermilkjugs.com.
If I get banned for reading that, I'm gonna be so pissed. Okay, well, that's pretty much where I'm gonna stop this stream because I'm gonna be lucky if that doesn't get me banned. So I'm gonna go while I have the opportunity. Don't forget to check me out at 6 p.m. Arizona time. We're gonna read some shit tonight, and I will do it in whatever voice you want me to at this rate because this was a lot of fun. Again, this is Autumn Ivy, and of course this is Twin Skeletons, and we will see you guys later. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. Okay, bye!